Year-old Logan Delp was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. Delp was convicted of murdering Anthony Shepard back in 2020. Shepard was in the process of regaining custody of his child. 4 other defendants are being charged with capital murder in this murder-for-hire case. I'm Andrea Tice.
For more news affecting Alabamians, go to 1819news.com. And while you're there, subscribe to the daily newsletter.
Welcome to Eclectic Coins, Montgomery's largest coin dealer, specializing in buying and selling investment-grade gold and silver coins. And they have a large selection of rare coins and coins from around the world. Visit them at 543 Northeastern Boulevard or on the web at eclecticcoins.com. Eclectic Coins, where collectors who know go.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting great candidates? Well, they're not hard to find when you go to ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. People who are actively looking for jobs like yours. So it's easy to find the right person fast. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Progressive's Teen Driver discount could lower the cost of insurance for your teenager and save you some money. And then you can still spend money on them. Because just when you think you have a grasp on spending, new sneakers. And then it's money for a school field trip. And of course, spending money. Oh yeah, and a new phone to replace the one they dropped in the toilet. Oh, don't remind me. So just get Progressive's Teen Driver discount. And then you can continue to spend money on them endlessly. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Discount not available in all states and subject to terms and conditions.
The views and opinions of the following program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisers. It's time for Montgomery's conversational radio show. It's News and Views on News Talk 93.1 FM. To join the conversation, call 272-9228.
Joey Clark.
Welcome into the program. And I want to begin with a simple question. I'm a little late to the party to do this today on October the 27th, a fine, overcast, stormy Monday, though it seems Montgomery survived any sort of rainfall. I know there are some farmers that would like a little more rainfall than we've gotten this past season. But again, I think I'm a little late to the party because the question is, you might have seen a certain person being asked this question, but the question is, will Donald Trump go to heaven? Again, the devil took him to a very high mountain and showed him all the kingdoms of the world and their splendor. All this I will give to you, he said, if you bow down and worship me. Jesus said to him, away from me, Satan, for it is written, worship the Lord your God and serve him only. Then the devil left him, and angels came and attended him. Will Donald Trump go to heaven? That's the question. I honestly don't know. I would like to know, but I don't. I confess my uncertainty here stems from my abject certainty. My uncertainty stems from my abject certainty that I am not God, though I suspect my self-abasement is less humility and more cowardly pride, like that of a puffed-up fool who's never lost a fight because he's never been in a fight. Yet even this fool knows victory is marked not by the unscathed with no bruises to bear, but by the battered and bloodied who rise in spite of their scars. That said, maybe I am right to avoid this particular political fight over the question of whether Donald Trump will go to heaven or not. Maybe I am right to say, I don't know. Maybe I am right to leave it up to God alone to judge Donald Trump's soul. Yet even when I write, I am right, even when I say I am right, I still find puffed up motives dug deep in my flesh, like rotten roots feasting off beautiful flowers. The right answer, the right action, the right belief, the right relation, all are sullied by my desire to be righteous. God calls me to use my talents to find the right answer, the right action, the right belief, the right relation. But the more I say I am right, the more I am tempted to glorify myself and simply say, I am, in the pride of my righteousness. Yet despite this pride laced through even the right things that I do, the question still remains, will Donald Trump go to heaven? Will I? Will you? I still don't know. Though based on voting patterns, some say yes while others shout no. Some are swift to cite chapter and verse as they argue over the mysterious interplay of grace, faith, and works. Some others yet give into the temptation of political pride, saying salvation for my own party and damnation for the other tribe. Faction against faction, their competition tempts one another to sin. Each faction excused by the necessity that their faction must win. From Pharisees and Sadducees to Democrats and Republicans, they all delight in their own suggestions and consent to a pride so deeply dug in that it feeds off their righteousness from within. In their pride to win themselves a kingdom, they take the devil's deal as they bow down and worship the beast that strikes their heel. The temptations of worldly power are many, but pride especially turns partisans and zealots blind to the fact that some they hate will live forever, while some they love will forever die, tricked once again by the serpent's original lie. As for Trump himself, I will say it is difficult to imagine any great man of politics in heaven. Yet I am happy to be surprised. The greater one's fire burns, especially on a political stage fraught with necessary evils. The greater the risk of getting burned by a pride that maims even the good of one's warmth and light. But who am I to question God? Seriously, I really don't know. I tremble as I recall God's words to Job. Who is this that obscures my plans with words without knowledge? Brace yourself like a man. I will question you, and you shall answer me. Where were you when I laid the earth's foundation? Tell me if you understand. Who marked off its dimensions? Surely you know. Who stretched a measuring line across it? On what were its footings set, or who laid its cornerstone? While the morning stars sang together and all the angels shouted for joy. I don't think there's anything going to get me into heaven, okay? I really don't. Trump recently said about the question of his salvation. I think I'm not maybe heaven bound. I may be in heaven right now as we fly in Air Force One. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to make heaven, but I've made life a lot better for a lot of people. Whether Trump's humility here is righteous or a flash of false pride is for God to decide. Though it is difficult to deny Trump's uncanny ability to rise from the political arena battered and bloodied, my guess is Trump's ticket to heaven relies on whether he falls to the devil's deal or comes to accept there is no way, not even for Trump, to deal his way into heaven. Welcome into the program. Again, I was late to the party on that question. That was a news cycle or two ago, but I found it a good opportunity to really meditate on what pride can do, especially to the best of us. Troy Carrico here in the studio. How you doing today, Troy?
I'm doing great. You know, Robin always says, when you get to heaven, he's not going to ask you about Troy Carrico's sins. He's going to ask you about your sins.
Yes.
It's a very good perspective on it. Or we could use the Monty Python perspective, couldn't we? About look at them bloody Catholics having all those bloody babies. I'm a Protestant. I can wear a condom.
Yeah. And, you know, it's interesting to see, like, I did a deep dive into all the folks reacting to Trump, that question and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like whatever axe you have to grind. Like the political folks, of course, like Democrats, like, of course he's going to hell. And then, of course, people that love him, like, I bought the Trump Bible. Of course he's going to heaven.
He ain't going to be at the left hand or right hand, but he's going to be right up front.
Right. But it's fascinating that is in our politics so much. That these discussions are happening more and more. And sometimes it makes me go a little like, I don't like seeing great ideas and words brought down to a meme to beat somebody over the head. And that does happen. But I am overjoyed to see actual changes of heart, overjoyed to see actual rough and tumble conversations, especially when I mention folks arguing over the mysteries of how faith and grace and works all interplay together. I think these are serious discussions very much worth having.
I think that, you know, and maybe we can go back even before the Charlie Kirk incident. And we've opined together off air and on air that there seems to be a rejection of secularism kind of currently underway and back into faith and into that. And I think that's it's well timed, because if we trace the de-evolution of our country from the 60s, roughly, maybe even a little earlier than that, we notice that God's been taken out of the equation more and more and more.
Right.
And AI is a big threat to that too. So.
Oh, absolutely. So there's a lot to get to today, but I wanted to start with that
good one
running question. And the answer to will Donald Trump go to heaven? Yeah. Only God knows.
That's right.
And I think in most cases, we'd like to say there are certain extremes, like the true saints and the true, demons out there. Yeah. You'd like to think Hitler's and,
a pineapple
like in hell, with pineapple in his butt. And no, he is eternally married to that woman he shot himself after marrying. And you'd like to think, your lovely, wonderful grandmother who was all sweetness is light. Of course she's in heaven. And that's fine on an emotional basis. But in terms of will he actually know?
But there's only one way, Jim.
All right. There's a reason people keep asking the questions. And I think faith is, of course, the justification. And grace is definitely a gift. You can't deal your way into it, Donnie from Queens.
No man can enter into the kingdom except through me.
Mm-hmm. So running down some of the headlines, maybe a miracle here. Javier Milei scores decisive win for his free market revolution in Argentina. Landslide victory for Milei. The New York Times even called it a resounding and emphatic victory. And Milei gained. People think, he's going to lose. In the midterms, he gained magnitudes more seats in their equivalent of their House and their Senate.
It was a bloodbath, and it was I think fueled the $20 billion of aid that we floated them, helped them to get over that edge. I see in Milei an opportunity to forge a new South American partner, because let's be honest, if you've ever been to Argentina, it's got everything it needs, man.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, it's got agriculture.
Well, it once was one of the richest countries in the world because of not only its resources, but its brilliant and beautiful people.
Yeah, no doubt.
And to see Milei set those people free, and then for people to bite the bullet and go, he sold the no pain, no gain of thing. You got to take your medicine in order to get better. And to see not only he win the first time, but to now gain even more support with that program,
big deal.
Gives this guy a lot of hope.
Sure does.
How do we import that to the United States?
Bring that chainsaw with you.
Yeah. And I know people freaked out when Elon had it. He did. He gave it to Elon, and now, Doge was put on a leash. But that's also in the news. The shutdown continues. The largest federal workers union calls for an end to the shutdown. Of course, the finger pointing continues to go on back and forth between Democrats and Republicans. But what is happening now is SNAP is run dry.
I saw that.
Yeah, the nutrition assistance programs are run dry. And I believe Alabama made an announcement about this month of November coming up.
That's right.
And so the pain is starting to be felt. And this is what I long said could be the strategy, is the Democrats will just let it hurt so much that people start believing any sort of finger you point.
Well, but that could flip the booger back on them too, So.
It's a dangerous
precedent
game of chicken.
It's a zero-sum game, as I wrote.
And now Trump also issuing a chilling warning to Putin after Russia tests a new invincible nuclear missile.
I guess.
But of course, Trump essentially says, we have the top of the line submarines right near you. Trump signs multiple deals in his Asian tour, trip around Asia, going to meet with President Xi
today.
And also meeting with the new prime minister, who's a big fan of Japan, who's a big fan of Margaret Thatcher.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, well, we are looking at a resurgence from Japan to France. It looks like Le Pen will probably replace Macron. I mean, people are coming back to conservatism.
By the way, we'll get into all this stuff in more detail, but U.S. Navy helicopter and fighter jet crash in South China Sea, 30 minutes apart, saying they're unrelated incidents.
Yeah, makes him. I'm on a chat board with a bunch of crayon-eating Marines, sergeant majors, and some colonels, and I said UAP or I said CCP, and they said hopefully maintenance issues. I go, that's very rare that happens maintenance that wise.
Yeah, it's. I guess, am I wrong to say that choppers are a little more dangerous than
they're extremely more dangerous? Extremely more dangerous.
Yeah. Yep. So when I see like a helicopter went down, I'm like, there's always a risk of that. But a fighter jet? Like, that's a very expensive mistake.
Yes, it is.
Very expensive crash.
Yeah. No, there's something there to that. Maybe my concern would be jamming or some sort of stuff going on. So we'll see.
When you've seen all the signals, even Trump dropping the F-bomb, which has become a signal of don't F around with us. Right. We have an inside look into Marco Rubio's push for regime change in Venezuela.
Good.
You might say, no more regime change, but just to get the details of what's kind of the plan behind the scenes, what's being talked about. And it's obvious as you see more assets moved into the area.
They're staging.
The pressure being put on.
They're staging.
But you have, of course, in response, Democrats in Colorado and Virginia are exploring redistricting measures, while the Republicans continue to do the same thing. Scott Bessent, the Secretary of the Treasury, has named 5 finalists to be the new chairman of the Federal Reserve. The trial of Brigitte Macron begins today. There are 10 Frenchmen or in women. I don't know. Yeah. But that's actually the whole question. Is it a man or is it a woman?
We're about to find out.
You know, Troy, I have to say, I love the fact that I live in such a free country that I can say the First Lady of France may have a penis.
It's very possible.
If you say that in France, though, you might get sued and face prison time.
You would. Yeah.
So that trial begins. There's all these people who said she's a man in France, and
how embarrassing.
And now they're saying, no, you lie, and we're looking for a pound of flesh here. Link between COVID lockdowns and transgender college students. Fascinating.
Oh, that's fascinating.
When you isolate people and make their life essentially all virtual, they might get into weird stuff they don't actually believe in.
I think it's quite possible.
When they get to go outside again? Yeah. There might be something to that.
And then they demanded you have to accept them as normal.
Also, a breakdown of the FBI's big sweep, 5 days, numerous cities, and one big bite out of crime. A grounded Delta flight attendant pops emergency evacuation slide. It's $100,000 error, and it leaves passengers stranded overnight. Damn. You're sitting there on the tarmac and somebody pops the big slide.
And it's one of the staff, one of the crew.
Yeah. Oh, that is such a screw up. Also, for all you folks that like Hormel chicken, they recall 4.9 million pounds of chicken, possibly contaminated by quote unquote pieces of metal. Should we cut our granddaughter off for not using our last name? That's a question being asked of Dear Abby today.
Oh, boy. Eddie, good thing Eddie and Hannah are here right now.
Yeah, and I might save this one for when Eddie and Hannah are here. Bang for your buck. The cities where a cool $1 million can buy you a mansion or a modest condo. I'd imagine around here you can get what's essentially a mansion.
So when I lived in Kansas City, people always ask me, I've lived in LA. I've been in a lot of different places in my life through the military and government. Kansas City is my favorite place that I lived. There's old style mansions from the Victorian era that you can get for, $300,000, and they're beautiful. And people go, yeah, we got to live in Kansas City, but it's not that bad.
Yeah, not that bad. Now, this is what I want to jump into, though, to close out this segment.
Yeah.
Did you see that the headline here from Jeff Poor at 1819news.com? Montgomery Mayor Stephen Reed defends efforts to hire Donald Watkins Jr.
Man.
My thought was quite simply, he's overqualified for the position, except for, that one major disqualifying conviction.
His felony, yeah.
We believe in second chances. But the mayor went on with Todd Stacey. How's it shaking, Todd? Don't be knocking Todd.
That's national. That's state sponsored media over there, man.
Yeah, yes, I agree with you.
I'm
but
just saying.
I'm just saying. Have you ever met Todd?
I have.
Todd's an all right guy.
He's okay.
He's all right.
Yeah. He likes vodka tonics.
Yeah. Yes,
he does.
Don't we all?
Oh, yes.
But he went on, Mayor of Montgomery, Stephen Reed, went on Todd Stacey's from Alabama Public Television's Capital Journal. And, this is what was said. Todd Stacey, to his credit, asked about the whole hiring of Watkins Jr. and all the pushback from the personnel board. Yeah. I say we listen in together to the mayor, see what he's got to say.
Mm-hmm. While I've got you, you received some pushback this week from the the city personnel board for your plans to hire Donald Watkins Jr. The reason being, he was caught up in that fraud scheme and went to jail as a result of that. What's the reasoning behind hiring him? It's a small business development job with the city?
Yes, it is. And I think that for us, we always look for the best talent in every position, whether it's police chief or economic development director.
By talent, you mean a guy that knows how to spot talent and grab ass?
Yeah, that's what I was.
The best, like police chief. I'm not talking about you, Jim.
Yeah.
Chief Gray Boys, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about your predecessor. The tall man who was too cool for school, who was like the ladies. That's how we look for top talent.
He's drinking
anyway.
We do usually national searches. This is one that, because it's not a cabinet level position, we didn't do as wide of a search as we would for a cabinet position. But I've known Donald Watkins Jr. and his family, I mean, probably since elementary school. Known their legacy here in Montgomery, with his grandfather being the former president of Alabama State University. Obviously, his father serving on the city council and being a very successful lawyer. But more importantly, the family's willingness and interest in Montgomery has always been there. Donald Jr. has one of the best pictures that I wish we had taken some time ago with Mrs. Rosa Parks on her birthday that he shows quite often. And I've met Mrs. Parks, but we never had the Polaroids back then. I tell my sons now, if we'd had the camera phones, I would have had a number of those. But they knew the Parks family through Dr. Watkins, and they knew them through his father. And so they have given back to the community, in a lot of ways. And when I thought about the position, I said, well, I know somebody who started and sold 2 businesses at a significant profit here in Montgomery, then went to Birmingham, started their own insurance practice under the State Farm banner, did very well, and then got into banking. So what better person to have for small business development than somebody who has actually practiced it and implemented? But
didn't the story keep going there? Like, he got into banking.
Yeah, he doesn't. He's cutting out he's not addressing any of the meat.
Well, he'll get to that, I think, in a second.
Who not just talks about it in theory or as an administrator or as a bureaucrat, not to use that word derogatorily, but somebody who's actually done it, who's got real world experience. And my thought was, quite simply, he's overqualified for the position. He's had a significant 30-year career in small business entrepreneurship and then corporately, and he's made some mistakes of which he's been accountable for. He's paid his debt to society. He's acknowledged his challenges and what he did wrong. And I believe, we all serve a God of second chances. And I believe that we owe that not only to people who we've hired before in, maybe different types of positions in the city administration who have a conviction or a background there, but if we can have someone who we ordinarily could not get from the private sector to help us with small business development, why not do that?
Why couldn't you get them normally? Why with all that overqualified, why couldn't you get them normally? Yeah, I just love it. He made a mistake. He just made a mistake. Like an honest mistake. It was premeditated, highfalutin fraud, like wire fraud.
I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. Charles Barkley's going to come back here and kick that man's butt.
Oh, no. Chuck's a little...
I love Charles Barkley.
Chuck's a little long in the tooth.
He's the kind who can do it.
Not worried about Chuck's knees at this point.
He's
all right?
Punch. I think he can still punch.
All right. But wow. Unapologetic right there. And though I can't prove it, okay, I think it's just a crook hiring a crook.
Oh, listen, birds of a feather flock together. Hey, we known each other since elementary school. You've been running a racket for a while, ain't you?
All right. And how about this? Go ahead. Try to hire him. We'll see what the personnel board does. And if you do hire him, don't make any mistakes, like the same ones that, were mistakes, honest mistakes.
Man, I'll tell you what, it boggles my mind that the city is operating with such deficiency, not efficiency.
Yeah. Let's go to line 1. You're on there. Who's this?
Hey, Joey, it's Chris.
Hey, Chris, how you doing?
I'm doing fine, man. Yeah, I was going to say the same thing. Why don't we ask Charles Barkley for a comment?
I'm telling you, man.
I mean, he would probably love to.
I'm sure he would.
I mean, but bottom line is, you have Austin Baranko on. I'm in the same type of business. We couldn't even walk into a bank, more or less, a financial institution and get a job.
You're right.
With a conviction like that.
A felony.
With a conviction like that. You cannot hold any type of licenses, nothing. They laugh at your face, in your face.
It's true.
Yes, because it's like, it's not just a mistake, right? Like, oh, oopsie, sent it to the wrong account. Oopsie, spent money on this. It's like premeditated fraud to the tune of millions.
Man, yeah, they were bilking people.
Yeah, this was a scam. This guy's a scam artist.
Hey, Chris, that's the kind of stuff that puts people in ponds somewhere down south here.
That's exactly right.
I mean, there was a lot of money involved, if I remember correctly. You know, and that's that kind of stuff. People get killed over that, man.
Yeah. Well, hell, that guy they put to death, he killed somebody over $200.
Man.
I mean, it's unbelievable. Hey, don't forget, this is not his first foray into hiring somebody's been convicted, right? The guy that he had the head of the election center was a disbarred lawyer.
That's right. I remember that.
Nice.
That seems to be pre-qualification, y'all.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never been a lawyer, so I'm not that big on the bar association. They seem a little full of themselves to me. Yeah. Anyway,
you know what Shakespeare said.
Yeah, I know what Shakespeare said.
That's a good start right down the bottom of the ocean.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I just I sent you this last week. It's just infuriating.
It is.
I mean, there's so many more good business people out there that probably have retired that you could hire just in the city of Montgomery that added value to this city, that have not gone to prison. I mean, that's just, you know what? That's a spit in your face, Montgomery.
Well, you know what I think?
That guy don't give a rip.
Yep. And Chris, what do you think about this? I think it's a setup. There's money to be had, and he's going to put the right person in there, and they're going to get kicked on it. So I think that's what that's about.
I would highly suggest Steve Marshall watch if this guy gets in, he needs to watch every dime that goes in and out of that agency or that group or
whoever ends it, Jay Mitchell or I guess Catherine Robertson are running for AG.
I don't care who it is. It's infuriating. Is that our best and brightest here, folks? I mean, Zemansky, are we going to, I know he's probably said something about it. All these other city council members, does that just not just $120,000 for this?
Well, and I still have been unable to figure out, has he actually paid back the full restitution? He's liable something about 13.8 of the 14 plus and jointly liable with his father. So I'm wondering, is this 120 grand ever going to go to in part pay back restitution?
That's what Charles Barkley
it's sad, guys. I'm telling you, Stephen Reed, I just must think the electorate, which I sent you this too, I think he thinks the electorate are a bunch of morons.
Well, they kind of are.
And he might be right.
Yeah.
27% voted for this guy. It voted in this past election. And this is what you get. You get of all the things, we had a mass shooting downtown because of failure, really, I think, of the lack of police officers. That's never, it's not going to be addressed, nor will it ever be, because no one wants to work for him. And then he says, you know what? I'll double down on your mass shooting, and I'm going to put in a felon to work for the city.
It's so great that we can get this guy. He'd usually be in the private sector. Why? Yeah, right. Why? And as I said, don't make any other mistakes. Like, whoopsie. Oh, whoopsie. Like,
but again,
you got to wonder who's going to get some of this money. Like, what small businesses are going to, pop up all of a sudden? They get all sorts of grants, loans, networking.
Yeah. Yeah. What about, is he going to do like a continuing ed, how to defraud wealthy people?
Or he might go like full Dumb and Dumber and say, well, today we're selling dead birds to blind kids.
Petey.
Yes.
Yep. That's right.
I just can't make this up, folks. You really can't. We hit this point in the city where we just don't care. I assume people care, but do people even know who their elected officials are, even the mayor? I don't know.
Well, at this point, Chris, I'm starting to understand why, as a child, I never heard my father say a word about local politics.
Oh, it's gross, man.
Yeah.
That's why I live in Penlala. That's why I live in Penlala, Chris.
Well, that's why everybody else is leaving, I guess.
Right.
Huh?
Well,
we can't have this. This cannot happen. This would degrade the city even greater if we allow a convicted felon who defrauded Charles Barkley, for God's sake.
Well, I appreciate the call, Chris.
Go, man.
Y'all
Bye. Yep.
272-9228. Let's go to line 2. You're on there. Who's this?
Hi, thanks for taking my call.
Yes.
This is Senior Master Sergeant Avis Love Lewis.
Yes, ma'am.
And did I hear just a few minutes ago what you played said he believed in giving people second chances?
Yeah, the quote exact is, and I believe we all serve a God of second chances.
Okay. For 3 years in a row, I tried to get on the table in the library. Testimony what God have done for you and gave away money for it. Do you know, after the 3rd year, one of the council people, Mr. Jen Wright, told me, Mama Love, that's Mayor Reed department.
Mm-hmm.
He blocked it for 3 years. Wow. 3 years. Okay. Before Mr. Jen Wright told me, I got a phone call from somebody I don't know. But they said, Miss Lewis, you're not going to get on the table this time. Mayor Reed just put in some more things for us that will block you. That was God money I was giving away. I served the country 21 years. I went through more than 6 different branches. So what he got against me, I know what Joe Reed, his daddy, got against me. But what have he got against me? I worked in the downtown library faithfully, volunteers for years when I was here before. That don't sound like he believe in a second chance for everybody. Thank you so much.
Well, ma'am, I want to tell you, I'm a 22-year Army vet. I'm a major. I've did 4.5 combat tours. I paid in blood, sweat, and tears. Thank you for your service, and thank you for your being a sister in Christ. It's not lost on me.
From there high.
Cool.
I love Jesus.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you, Ms. Love. Good to hear from you, ma'am. 272-9228. Anyway, let's hit a quick break. We'll be right back.
He may not know whether he's coming or going, but whether you're going to work or coming home, Greg Budell is there. Mornings 6 till 9 and afternoons 3 till 6. Only on News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Big news! Phillips Dunn Animal Hospital has a new name. But don't worry, everything you love is still the same. Now they're Pike Road Animal Hospital, still at 5148 Troy Highway. Still the same great team you've trusted for years. Same friendly faces, same expert care. Just a new name, and still offering boarding, grooming, and doggy daycare. Pike Road Animal Hospital, formerly Phillips Dunn Animal Hospital. New name, same heart. Compassion you know, care that you trust.
Hi there, I'm Madeline Cannon with Alabama Home Mortgage. Getting pre-approved is the first step towards home ownership. People are often scared or nervous about taking that first step, but I'll tell you, it's nothing to be scared of. At Alabama Home Mortgage, we will take the first step and every step along the way with you. Call us at 567-4223. We will gather the information needed to tell you exactly what you qualify for. After a call to Alabama Home Mortgage, you will know what price point to shop for, what down payment is required, if any, and what your monthly mortgage payment will look like. We take all the guessing out of it. Then, when you find the house you want to make your home, you are ready to make an offer. Along with your offer, you will submit your Alabama Home Mortgage pre-approval letter. This shows sellers that you've already taken the steps necessary to ensure that you qualify to purchase their home. Wait no longer. It's time to take that first step together. Call me at 567-4223 or start the process online at myalabamahomemortgage.com.
That's Alabama Home Mortgage because, folks, there is a difference in mortgage companies. NMLS 1586-36-8, Equal Housing Lender.
New CBS Tonight.
All right, people, all hands on deck.
FBI is back.
I don't really recognize the world anymore. My team saw things, survived things.
There's something else going on here. Something bigger.
FBI, don't move!
I know what kind of people you are, and I'm not giving up. We are FBI, and we still have a job to do to protect people.
Let's move.
FBI tonight at 8 p.m. on WAKA.
For too long, Alabama's statewide news companies have shamed us for our conservative Christian values. Alabama deserves a news company that cherishes our culture, a company that is bought and paid for by the powers that be. 1819 News is that company. Run by Alabamians for Alabamians, 1819 News celebrates what is good and beautiful about our state while exposing those who work against our values in secret. Just go to 1819news.com to learn more. Subscribe to our newsletter. That's 1819news.com.
This is David Ernest from the Health and Wealth Show, and if you can hear this, we want to come see you.
You heard right! David Ernest and the crew from the Health and Wealth Show want to come to your town just to say hello. All you have to do is let them know who you are and where you are. It's as simple as that.
It can't be that simple.
Oh, yes, it is.
What do we have to do?
Write your name on the back of a $20 bill. Then, sorry, that's the wrong offer. If you would like David Ernest and the crew from the Health and Wealth Show to come visit you, call toll-free 833-596-7233. That's 833-596-SAFE. Tell us your name. Tell us where you are. Tell us your phone number. And maybe we'll come see you. If that method is not to your liking, get on Facebook. Go to Ernest Financial, Montgomery, Alabama. Click on the page. Then click on the pinned post at the top, and there's all the information you need. David Ernest wants to come see you. Brought to you by Ernest Financial, LLC, serving the community for over 40 years.
Rich Thomas Weather is brought to you by McPhillip Schimbaum.
My name is Aaron Luck, a partner with the law firm of McPhillip Schimbaum. If you or someone in your family has been seriously injured by the negligence of someone else, call me directly.
262-1911. Rich Thomas Weather.
Well, hi, everybody. The risk of showers, maybe a thunderstorms, will continue in our forecast for today. It'll be rather spotty, and our weather app will keep you on top of the action. Otherwise, cloudy, cool, high temperature only in the middle 60s. The clouds hang in tonight and tomorrow with the low tonight 54. Tuesday's high up to about 67, and maybe some more scattered showers, perhaps, Tuesday night into Wednesday. Meanwhile, look for a very cool week ahead, right on through the end of October through Halloween. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
All the headlines the mainstream media won't touch. Your News Talk station. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Welcome back. I want to jump into a clip I ran across this morning from, well, you might have known him if you watch TV or listen to radio many moons ago. Y'all might recognize Fulton Sheen, but I ran across this message and I'm like, I think this is one especially Montgomery. Now, how many decades ago was that?
That's a good Irish Catholic.
Oh, yeah.
We'll bust him in the chops for him is what we need to do.
Yeah, don't get near his shillelagh.
No.
Yeah, you never know. You're going to get whooped. But no, I think it is a message a lot of conservative folks, especially in faith, have been warning about for a long time.
Sure.
That it's this twisted idea that in order to be loving and empathetic and compassionate, that we essentially treat victim and victimizer in the same way.
Well, that's part of the malaise of Western society, where we're trying. The left is so good at injecting these ideas that they keep pushing the message, the narrative that this is normal. This is the way we should be doing it. And he saw it. That's the beatniks. Did you hear that?
Yeah, the beatniks. That's old school right there.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, but it used to be easy, especially when I was younger, to look at something like that and go, "Oh, okay, crazy man."
Yeah, you.
And now I grow up a little bit and
He's
I
right.
watch
He's right.
America and consume the news, and I'm like, yeah, I think Fulton Sheen had a point.
He knew what he was talking about.
What is he? A bishop?
He's
I
a
believe
bishop.
he was.
Yeah, he's a bishop. It looks like.
A prelate. He's a bishop, and I won't continue to bore y'all with Fulton Sheen on top of Fulton Sheen, a hat upon a hat, but
I like it.
That one ran across my feed, and I'm like, yep, 100% amen to what that man was laying down. A lot of false compassion that excuses heinous sins.
Well, what does Christ tell us to do? To forgive and do these things, but he does not. He does not. Look, he held people accountable too in his time here on earth, and I think that. What is it, Joey? How can I say it? I think that the more we advance as a society, as a humanity, this idea, at least in the West, that we need to be more forgiving and more tolerant and more. We need to opine for our sins and supplant ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
No, we don't. No, we don't. The world is a nasty place. It's full of evil.
Yes.
And there's nothing wrong with taking up the sword and calling out what it is. And that's what this man just did.
Yeah. And it'd be nice if we just, defended our civilization. And I don't even mean with any level of crusade. What I mean is hey, a nation has a right to police its borders and who comes in and what amount comes in. That they have every right. A sovereign nation has that right. Every sovereign nation believes that and behaves that way.
Because nations that are sovereign usually coalesce with like-minded people that have shared value systems and a common kind of demographic currency, if you will. And now with the dilution and all this open porous stuff going on, that is a design by the left to destroy Western society.
Yeah. And we're seeing it in some of the elections. I don't know if you caught some of that big stadium rally for Mamdani.
I did.
And AOC was there.
Oh, yeah, of course she is.
Very extra shrill. I don't know what that is. I don't normally describe a woman that way, but extra shrill. And then she had to throw in when you get to certain ethnic groups, you have to throw in the accent.
Sure.
Which is cool for her to do.
She does that, yeah.
But if I say, Hong Kong, then all of a sudden we got problems with the Chinese. What is this?
True that.
It's not China. Free Taiwan.
That's right.
We'll always remain an independent nation.
Kai-shek, I'm sorry.
I'm just trying to get the CCP to throw a honeypot my way.
You know what? I can help you out with that.
I don't want your help.
Let me make a call to my contacts at MOIS.
I don't want your help. I'm going to end up owing you too much. If that's
you'll want me to take care of the problem, and then that's going to cost you.
Yep, exactly.
How much Bitcoin you got?
Yeah, we've got this on video.
That's right.
Exactly. 272-9228. But there is a lot of that. So let's go to this idea of, I think that's a great way to describe Mamdani's whole program is false compassion.
Sure. False compassion.
Which is often exactly the problem with socialism. They're so compassionate with other people's money at the point of a gun.
That's right. That's what it is.
So compassionate. And so let's listen into Mamdani at this big rally. And I have to admit, he's got a lot of support and they're rocking and rolling. But I'm not that surprised. Everybody's freaking out about it. I said when this guy first showed up, watch out. He's an amazing communicator.
No, he is.
He's a very talented individual in terms of getting out messaging, using the internet.
Yep.
Do not underestimate him. Yep. But are we really that surprised at the place that elected that groundhog killer? Yes, he dropped a groundhog and killed it. Bill de Blasio, the place that elected de Blasio, is going to elect this? Of course they are.
It's no surprise at all.
And especially after COVID, where all the conservatives moved and went to Florida and Tennessee and Texas and all over the place. Some came to Alabama.
About their politics.
Yeah. But this is the effect that you're going to get in these hardcore blue cities. So what is he promising that's got so many people so excited? This is what I'm wondering.
Socialized groceries.
Let's listen in.
Here is what we stand for, my friends.
Mm-hmm.
We are going to freeze the rent for more than 2 million rent-stabilized tenants.
Wow.
And use every resource at our disposal to build housing for everyone who needs it.
Socialism 101, man, right here.
We are going to eliminate the fare on every single bus line.
Mm-hmm.
And make what are currently the slowest buses in the nation move around this city with ease.
Because they're slow because people got to pay for them.
That's right.
We are going to create universal child care at no cost to parents.
And you will all be broke.
And by the way, we'll indoctrinate your children if you disagree with us.
Can raise their family in the city they love.
Inshallah.
Together, New York, we're going to freeze the... Together, New York, we're going to make buses fast and... Together, New York, we're going to deliver...
They deserve this so much.
We will make our city one where every person who calls it home can live a dignified life.
Wow.
Which he then goes on to say, which is some people call freedom. So freedom to be dependent upon systems of power and control.
He's going to lose.
Yeah, that's real freedom.
He's going to lose. You want to know why? I just saw it. Take a look at the colors of his campaign. Those are LSU colors. He's screwed. He's
Purple
screwed.
and gold.
He's screwed.
Oh,
He's screwed. He's going to go like Brian Kelly.
But freezing the rent it's the kind of idea you have to be
Socialism.
like retarded to support. You can freeze the rent, but you aren't freezing the enormous expenses that property owners have to pay, which I think those costs go up every year.
Yeah, I'm sure they do.
And as it becomes less and less financially stable and tenable to rent out a property, you will end up with fewer and fewer properties available to rent. And the ones that are available will not be well maintained because it doesn't make any economic sense to actually maintain them.
Yeah, but you got free bus fares. You can just get on a bus and go.
And so ultimately what you'll end up with is less housing, crappier living conditions,
Sure.
and anyone with an IQ higher than a snail
Is out of there.
can see this. But, people are desperate. And again, I'm not that shocked that the place that elected Bill de Blasio,
Yeah, they deserve this.
The main competition to Mondami is Andrew Cuomo. I do it with everybody. I kiss everybody. I'm Italian. I kiss, I hug. I grab a little bit of the ass. I mean, this is what we do. We're Italian.
That's amore, man. That's amore.
I do it with old people. I do it with, have you heard that clip?
Yes.
Remember when he got in trouble?
I think we need to hear that. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, so when the main
I
competition...
do it with men. I do.
Yeah, he was defending like all the kissing people and the hugging and all the touchy-feely stuff.
Yeah.
And this is Mondami's competition.
I do it with everyone.
Everyone.
Black and white, young and old.
Old, yes. Wow.
Straight and LGBTQ.
He likes that.
He's just a fiend.
Powerful people.
Weak people.
Friends,
That can defend themselves.
strangers. People
in the nursing home.
Goodness Christ.
God,
That's the competition
That's
for
great.
Mondami.
It is.
Absolutely crazy.
They deserve this.
Go to line one. You're on there. Who's this?
Kelly?
Hey.
Okay, listen, I have one thing to say about the free buses. Guess what? The smart homeless people are going to get on the bus and just ride it forever. Okay? They got a home.
Yep.
And I hope they do. Okay? God bless them all in New York that's got any sense.
God bless her heart.
I know, yeah, bless their hearts.
God bless their little hearts.
I know, but Lord of mercy. I love y'all. Y'all take care, okay?
Thank you.
You too. Got to hit this quick break. Hopefully we'll have Austin break on the other side.
Want to carry News Talk in your pocket? Download the News Talk 93.1 app from the App Store. Available on iPhone and Android. Never miss a moment. Download now.
Want that ride that is fun, affordable, and street legal? Check out ETG Outdoors in Montgomery. They have huge discounts on electric golf carts with many brand new units under 10 grand. New and used inventory, financing available, and they service what they sell. ETG Outdoors even provides lithium battery conversions and free delivery with purchase. Whether it's for the neighborhood, the farm, or just fun. ETG Outdoors, 7006 Vaughn Road, or online at etgoutdoors.com. Cruise smarter, drive electric. ETG Outdoors, your ride to freedom starts here.
Grammy-nominated Joe Bonamassa, hailed as one of the world's greatest guitar players. Steve Rock Titan Joe Bonamassa, performing live on November 30th at the Montgomery Performing Arts Center. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. Joe Bonamassa. Every show is a new experience.
This is Alice of Independent Glass. We advertise with Blue Water Broadcasting, and we get great results. If you want results like we get, you need to go with Blue Water.
Did you know that radio is the #1 reach platform in all of media? It's true. Call us to find out how to put radio's #1 reach to work for your business. Blue Water Broadcasting. Local folks helping local business.
We get Montgomery talking 24 hours a day. The River Region's most trusted voice. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. Let's go right to the phones and talk to Austin Barenko with Invista Advisors. Hey, Austin, how you doing today?
Oh, having a great Monday, Joey. How are you?
Oh, great Monday as well. Get to see some two own goals two uncles together at once, Father Bill and my Uncle Mark. Always good to see them together. So life is good, especially when you can, eat Chappie's breakfast. You ever been over there? Chappie?
I've heard of it.
Yeah.
I've heard of it.
Yeah, I think that's some connection there. So let's just remind folks who haven't heard us before about Invista Advisors and try to really get across that there is the investment side, there's the brokerage desk that you run, but it is a across the board approach to financial planning, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So, when most people think about brokers, it's a transactional relationship. You have assets that you need somebody to manage and buy and sell, equities or fixed income products for you. And of course we do that. But I think one of the reasons that we are different from competitors in this market is, we lead with planning. And then we also have, a full staff and relationships with accountants, attorneys, and, planners and analysts. And so when you come in, we're going to put a plan in place for whatever need you have, whether it be a need for your business or a need for your personal life, purchasing a new asset, offloading a large asset like a business, anything in the realm of finance, we're going to put a plan in place for you. And then we're going to have access to professionals to walk you through step by step and hold your hand in whatever that transaction may be. And it could be something as simple as, progressing towards retirement and having a roadmap to follow, or, hey, you're ready to retire and you need to monetize on whatever your largest asset is, typically a business or a property for most people. And so if you're listening and these are things that you haven't done yet to prepare, we'd love the opportunity to help you prepare.
Yeah, I'll just got to get in touch. You can always learn more at vistaadvisors.com, but I say call them direct. Start the conversation at 387-0094. And when you call them at 387-0094, be sure to say, I heard Austin Brake on the radio with Joey Clark. Want to see what y'all can do for me.
Awesome. Thank you, Joe. You have a great day.
You too, Austin. Appreciate you. Again, folks, that's Austin Branco with Invista Advisors. Always appreciate his time. In a second, we will be having a guest, Father Andrew Rowell from Christ Church, the Anglican Church here in the Montgomery River region. You'll be stopping in. They have a big holiday market coming up, so it's a great place to find good stuff, but it's also a wonderful cause to help support what they're doing over there. And by the way, if you haven't been over, maybe you're one who likes to, you're kind of a mobile churchgoer, like you like to hop from different church, even different denominations, just see what it's like. They really do have a beautiful church.
It's outstanding. And it's actually, I felt very welcomed in there. I went to a wedding and then went back and great church.
Yeah. They're good folks. They reached out to me wanting to keep this tradition of talking about their holiday market alive. And
absolutely,
I'm more than happy to do that. So y'all stay tuned. We should have him here in the studio after the break. We'll be right back.
Broadcasting from the Riverside Chevrolet Master Control Center, this is WACV Cusana, News Talk 93.1 FM. When it's Chevy, it's Riverside.
With SRN News, I'm Bob Agnew in Washington. Hurricane Melissa is stronger than ever now, a Category 5 hurricane set to make landfall in Jamaica. Forecasters say the storm will unleash catastrophic flooding, landslides, and widespread damage. Of course, there's always a chance that the intensity or the direction of the storm could change later today. The system would be the strongest hurricane to hit the island since record keeping began in 1851. It's already been blamed for 6 deaths in the Northern Caribbean. California's Democrat governor says he'll wait until after next year's midterm elections before deciding whether to consider a run for the White House in 2028. Gavin Newsom is a longtime critic of President Trump, and the discord is mutual. Both sides criticizing the other. Has long been speculated he could be the Democrat nominee in 2028. A booming session on Wall Street. Right now, the Dow is up 203 points. This is SRN News.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-583-0141. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-583-0141. That's 800-583-0141. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Rich Thomas Weather is brought to you by Alabama Wholesale Lumber. It's more than just great prices on lumber. From Trex decking to energy-efficient windows and Tamco shingles, Alabama Wholesale Lumber has it all.
Rich Thomas Weather.
Well, hi, everybody. The risk of showers, maybe thunderstorms, will continue in our forecast for today. It'll be rather spotty, and our weather app will keep you on top of the action. Otherwise, cloudy, cool, high temperature only in the middle 60s. The clouds hang in tonight and tomorrow with the low tonight 54, Tuesday's high up to about 67, and maybe some more scattered showers, perhaps, Tuesday night into Wednesday. Meanwhile, look for a very cool week ahead, right on through the end of October through Halloween. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
Budget Floors and More has the best prices. Carpet as low as 69 cents per square foot. LVP starting at $1.29 a square foot. Sheet vinyl as low as 65 cents per square foot. And the lowest prices on flooring installation supplies. Budget Floors and More across from Del Rey to Publix.
From the Blue Water Broadcasting News Center, these are today's top stories. A Montgomery County man has been charged with killing his own father. Deputies were called to a domestic dispute on Troy Highway in Raymer, where 77-year-old James Price was pronounced dead at the scene. His son, 54-year-old Charles Price, was taken into custody and charged with the murder. Motive unknown. The city of Montgomery announced the completion of a $3 million transit improvement project on Sunday. The West Fairview Avenue Transfer Center is part of a major investment in the city's public transportation infrastructure. A ribbon-cutting ceremony will be held at the Transfer Center Wednesday morning. The Montgomery County Sheriff's Office Halloween Spooktacular will take place after all this year. The event was canceled due to a scheduling conflict at Garrett Coliseum, where it had been held for many years. Spooktacular will move to Patterson Field this year for a drive-through trunk-or-treat event Halloween evening beginning at 5:30. From the Blue Water Broadcasting News Center, I'm Sky Mosley.
This hour of news and views is brought to you by our good friends at Alabama Home Mortgage. Alabama Home Mortgage, 567-4223. Visit them on the web at myalabamahomemortgage.com. NMLS number 1586368. An equal housing lender.
From weddings and concerts to cookouts and construction sites, TT Porta Toilets has been serving Central Alabama for over 30 years. Whether you need standard portable toilets with wash stations or upscale restroom trailers for special events, the Tierce family has the right solution for every occasion. So when you're planning your next big event or project, make it easy on yourself. Call 285-5513. Or visit ttportatoilet.com. TT Porta Toilets. Clean, convenient, dependable.
The best pizza buffet in town just got better. In October, Pizza Perfect is rolling back the price to $2010. This month only, the buffet is only $10. Included on the buffet is pizza, spaghetti, breadsticks, salad, dessert, and drink. Get it for lunch Monday through Saturday and for dinner on Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday. If you've never been to Pizza Perfect, now's a great time to go. $10 for the buffet. Pizza Perfect. Available for pickup and delivery. Pizza Perfect on Coliseum Boulevard, Eastwood.
It's Cybersecurity Awareness Month, and LifeLock is here with tips to help protect your identity. Use strong passwords, set up multi-factor authentication on your accounts, report phishing, and update your software on all your devices. And for comprehensive identity protection, LifeLock is your best choice. LifeLock not only alerts you to suspicious uses of your personal information, but also fixes identity theft, guaranteed or your money back. So stay smart, stay safe, and stay protected with a 30-day free trial at LifeLock.com. Use the promo code BECK. Terms do apply.
The views and opinions of the following program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisers. It's time for Montgomery's conversational radio show. It's news and views on News Talk 93.1 FM. To join the conversation, call 272-9228.
I'm your host, Joey Clark. Troy Carrico, still here in the studio. And joining us now, keeping the tradition alive, they reached out and I was like, yeah, let's keep this going. We have Father Andrew Rao of Christ Church here in Montgomery. How you doing today?
I'm doing great, Joey. Thanks for having me on. I appreciate it very much.
Thank you for being here today. And let's tell folks first about y'all's market coming up here in November.
Sure. Well, many of you might have come to it last year. Last year was the first year we did it. It was something that came out of the head pastor's brain. I came back from a unexpected trip to Cologne, Germany, and was moved by the Christmas market. And when I got back, I said, let's see if we can do this here in Montgomery. So last year, it was an incredible success. We had people from all over the river region come and do some joy-filled shopping for Christmas. So we're doing it again. So on November the 20th, 21st, and 22nd, we're going to have the Christ Church Christmas market again.
Beautiful. So what sort of things can folks expect especially if they've never been to a Christmas market? This is a real treat. It's really
it is a real treat. So we've got vendors from all over the Southeast that have come in, things you wouldn't see otherwise in town. They, a couple of years ago, the Lord blessed us with this new 22-acre parcel right next to our church where the old Southern Homes and Gardens building is. Yes. So we're in the midst of planning some massive renovations of that space. But as of now, Wesley Church used it for their offices for a while. Christ Methodist Church has been using it for worship in the morning. But otherwise, in the evenings, we've had a lot of fun using it for various things. So it's going to be in that space again, just like it was last year. And so all over that 15,000 square foot retail space will be silversmiths and artists and bread artisans and pastry shops, and Bates House of Turkey will be there. So if you don't want to cook for Thanksgiving, they will sell you all that you need for a massive spread. Jewelry, pottery, nativity sets, antique dealers. It really, last year, it was amazing just the hordes of people that came through and did a joyous season of early Christmas shopping. We really just grew in fellowship and friendship and met a bunch of new people, and you just could see a real community response to it. It was great.
Now, for like folks out there going, well, I got to go check this out. Do they need to do anything beforehand or just show up on one of the days?
Well, you can show up on the day for sure. So we've got on Thursday night, we're going to have what we call the early glimpse of Christmas. So if you're one of those folks that likes to be there when the door is open and have your first crack at the wares, that'll be a great night to be there. So that's Thursday night, November the 20th, from 5 o'clock in the evening to 8 p.m. And those tickets are $10, and there's a limited number of them. So if you really want to go, you can hop on the Christ Church Anglican website and buy a ticket there. And they'll also be for sale at the door until we've sold all of those tickets. But the folks from our church come out and put on a huge spread, so everyone will be eating. There's the rector's wassail is what they call it. I made up this recipe last year, and it was a real hit. And we've got souvenir mugs that you can take home. So an artist in the church painted one last year, and a different artist in the church painted one this year. So we're gonna have a collector set, which is 2 full mugs large. But when I was in Germany for that unexpected Christmas market, I came home with a mug from it with the date on it, and people who really love Christmas markets collect these things. Yeah. So we thought that'd be fun. So anyway, so Thursday night from 5 to 8 for early glimpse of Christmas. And then on Friday and Saturday, it'll be open all day, 9 a.m. in the morning until 6 p.m. at night. Tickets are available at the door. It's $5 to get in. And then you'll just be able to shop to your heart's content. And you can eat lunch there. Bates House of Turkey will be set up for lunch as well. So you can grab a sandwich, enjoy the shopping, and it's going to be a really great time.
Yeah, and get the Christmas spirit early, Amen. Which I do love there.
Yeah.
And what does this go to? So, like, for folks who are going and spending the money, well,
Sure.
what does this go to?
Sure. Yeah. So all the net proceeds go to the missions and ministries of Christ Church. So, we're very involved in Uganda. We're very involved in Montgomery. It's a joyous thing at the end of all the expenses have been paid. We get to prayerfully decide what the Lord would have us do with an unexpected amount. And so we try to spread it so that it's blessing our community locally, as well as really changing some lives and for some folks who live in the mountains of eastern Uganda and are just really every dollar goes a long way there. So the money goes to really good purposes.
Well, I love it. And, I was telling you off air that I've been reading the scriptures again and decided to, 12 years of Catholic school, the good, the bad, and the ugly of it. But I decided to just start with the New Testament, and I'm through like Corinthians at this point. And what's funny is how certain things don't change for St. Paul, for Paul's like heavy theology in Romans and Corinthians. There's still sections about, okay, how are we going to organize saving all this money to give back to the church in Jerusalem?
That's
And the
right.
work just continues and continues and continues.
That's right.
Of
That's
how
right.
do we build this up to give back?
That's right. We in our major Sunday school class at Christ Church, we're deep into Philippians right now, and so every class is about rejoicing in all things, rejoicing when there's need, rejoicing when there's excess, and rejoicing when there's things to celebrate, rejoicing in times of suffering. I think the Christ Church Christmas Market is a sign of trying to take that call, that command to rejoice in the Lord. Again, we say rejoice. It's a great time of joy.
So again, folks, the market will be the 20th, the 21st, and the 22nd of November.
That's right.
And you can buy tickets beforehand. And what's the website again?
Okay, so you go to christchurchanglican.net.
Okay.
And 20th, 21st, and 22nd, the night of the 20th, and then all day the 21st and 22nd. It's right next door to the church, 8800 Vaughn Road, and we would love to see you all come out for it.
Well, and if you got a little time, extending what we were talking about off air, like one thing I find fascinating is like I discovered the amount of people that have been praying for me over the years. And I feel so grateful to those folks, but then you get the like, hey, try this, like read this thing, like, and it's amazing how different people find the gospel or reinvigorated by it in different levels, in different ways. I know I'm not alone. I think there are a lot of people, especially younger folks after the assassination of Charlie Kirk, who started thinking about these things.
Yeah.
And as much as Charlie's now become a political meme and they're fighting over the political ramifications of Charlie's work, I think one of the best things is this awakening for a lot of folks. So would you have any kind of like recommendations for folks who kind of feel this, but don't necessarily have a direction or haven't picked a course of action? Do you have any recommendations for folks who feel that spirit and don't necessarily know what's my next step?
Yeah, well, after Charlie Kirk's death, we, like many churches all across the region, all across the nation, did see an influx of a lot of young men really looking for truth in a culture, in a society in the West that's really kind of been unmoored from the truth. And so you think about Charlie Kirk's career, and I was no great follower of him, but after his death, obviously, we all became much more informed, and you saw a real transformation in his life, right? From this early firebrand political attitude to a real sense that Christ had changed him, like root and bone. And so there's people who are hungry for something true and real and not subject to our whims and the changing nature of human desires, but that has been true for the foundations of the world. So, I mean, the first thing I always tell people is go find a church and just go rest. There's a lot of people that are brand new in the last 6 months that are just kind of being there and welcomed there and encouraged to just let the good news of Christ, wash over them. When you think about books that I recommend, I've always found Tim Keller's The Reason for God really an impactful read. I used to be a youth minister before I was a head pastor, and I found it really moving to children to find like these are the questions our culture asks, and the message of Christ is this answer to those questions. In my own personal spiritual life, Schmeann's For the Life of the World is something I read every 8 months, every 12 months. You know this about me, Joey, but I grew up Southern Baptist, was kind of a denominational mutt all through undergrad and law school and practicing law up in D.C. But I'm an Anglican priest now, so clearly I chose something. I'm now committed to a denomination. But there's something about the beauty of the liturgy that moves me to the mystery of God, the beauty of God. And, there's a lot of ugliness in the world around us, and to just go rest and watch the beauty of God and the beauty of his worship, it can heal the soul.
Now, not to get into, I don't bring this up to get into all the denominational lines that have been drawn over the years, but I found it like just fascinating, and it didn't come across to me as like the smarmy ecumenical. It came across as symbolic in a way. What did you make of a king of England meeting with a Pope of Rome?
Yeah. We've come a long way from Henry VIII, haven't we? Yeah.
This is heresy.
Well, I like to describe it this way. When God wrestled with Israel, there were 12 tribes, and he didn't have to have 12 tribes. I guess there were 12 sons, but he could have said, hey, y'all are all one. But instead there were 12, and they all had their own secret handshakes and passwords and ways of doing things. And I think that Christ desires that we would be one, even as he and the Father were one. And I long for unity, but I also think there's something rich in our tribalism. When people join Christ Church coming from, a Presbyterian world or a Methodist world or a Baptist world, I say, in some ways that's kind of coming home, because most of those denominations came out of the English Reformation at one point or another. But we're just another tribe now, and we'll teach you how we do things. We don't have a lock on it all. I mean, it may be that people become transformed by a very different kind of experience of God than an Anglican church might present, but it's the same God. It's the good news of the gospel is shared across all those denominational lines. And I grew up, again, Deep South Baptist. I didn't really know much about Catholicism growing up.
Right.
It was kind of what happened in Mobile and what happened in New Orleans. And it wasn't the world in which I lived. And as I've, grown in knowledge and stature, I mean, we should be in each generation of our life. Yeah, I've come to realize there's immensely more that unites us than divides us.
Amen.
And that's what we need to be celebrating.
Now, I got to ask you another follow-up, because we do politics here. And it's more a simple question for me in the sense of, like, I was just blown away to see at, for instance, the Charlie Kirk Memorial. There were a lot of speeches, but in particular to see a Secretary of State essentially lay out the entire word within a sentence or two was remarkable. That sprint through what people believe, but then also to see a vice president say the kingship of Christ, and so I found it heartening that people just feel like they're saying it. I like seeing Vance going to the Church of the Holy Sepulchre and making also saying we're doing this in a very public and prominent way.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you'll see people like, say, a David French in the New York Times, be like, I'm nervous about this fusion of politics and religiosity or professions of faith. I mean, how do you see this? I think at the end of the day, anybody could be a hypocrite and say whatever they need to say, especially people in politics. But to me, in this country, it's about the free expression of, if it's true, genuine, heartfelt belief, I say, I want more of this.
Yeah. Well, as a pastor, don't let me ever complain about people, millions of people watching the gospel being named in clear, unconfused language. And you did hear that over and over again at Kirk's memorial. I didn't read the David French article, but I can just imagine it. I think we always have to remember too that, the gospel is always somewhere in the middle of our political polls. And we, as a nation, we have become unbelievably polarized. Yes. Like there's so little statesmanship anymore. And so I have to remember that there are many, many, many firm believers in Christ on what we might consider the left end of the spectrum, and many committed believers in Christ on the right end of the spectrum. And the truth is that Christ is Lord of all, and his kingdom is unstoppable. And that is where our citizenship is. In our daily lives in America as citizens who vote, we have some problems in this country that need our parties to figure out how to do what we used to do pretty well. We used to have some statesmanship, and I just don't see it happening anymore.
I see a lot of the secularism, which has occurred over the decades, has now borne itself into this. This is a work of dark forces. The third that fell are on this firmament till Christ comes back, and people don't understand there's spiritual warfare, Father, everywhere. And that's what's going on with our politics right now.
Well, you know, in some ways, the devil's wisest strategy is convince us that he doesn't exist. He is at work, and you can see him at work. And I think there is a revival going on.
I do too.
And I think the Lord, we were talking about this off air, that the Lord doesn't waste anything. He uses all these things, good, all things work together for good for those who love the Lord, called according to his purposes. And you can't imagine anything good happening out of, it was just a horrible thing that happened to Charlie Kirk. But in our own lives, right? We've been drawn back to thinking what really matters. What really matters in our lives is the fact that we were created from the foundations of the world for good purposes, that Christ has given his life so that we might be living resurrection power and glorify him in all that we do. And whether we're Republicans or Democrats or whatever it is, our call is to serve the Lord with gladness, come before his presence with thanksgiving in all that we do. And listen, our nation is under a lot of attack right now.
Amen.
And we need to get back to what really matters.
And folks, if you want some of that fellowship and Thanksgiving, stop by also.
Come on and join us.
The Christmas market.
Nice way to bring it back home. Come join us. He's a pro.
The 20th, the 21st, the 22nd of November.
Yes, amen.
Amen. Well, it's really great to see you.
It's great to see you guys.
Good conversation.
Too. Absolutely. Always a pleasure to be on.
Come out and see you, I think. Well, you're gonna be there every hour, won't you?
Oh, well, I'll be there a lot. No doubt about it. So ChristchurchAnglican.net. If you go there, you can find out all the details. November 20th, 21st, and 22nd. Please come out.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.
He may not know whether he's coming or going, but whether you're going to work or coming home, Greg Budell is there. Mornings 6 till 9 and afternoons 3 till 6. Only on News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
What's your biggest investment? More than likely, it's your home. So treat it that way when you hire a painting contractor. At PBS Painting, there are no gimmicks, no $99 specials. Just quality painting and someone who treats your home with the same respect that you do. At PBS Painting, we have been painting for years and look forward to many more years to come. With PBS Painting, the job gets prepped properly, whether it's cleaning, scraping, or priming. We always use quality products, which is a must for a quality paint job. So if you're looking for a painter that doesn't need upfront money and is on the job at all times, then please give me a call. Scott Bowers and PBS Painting, 294-5122. That's PBS Painting, 294-5122. Look at some of our work on Facebook at PBS Painting Montgomery.
Looking for insurance, or maybe you're just not satisfied with your current carrier? How does quality coverage with local service and competitive rates sound to you? The folks at Stark Agency offer just that. Whether you need insurance for your business, car, home, or life, Stark Agency can help. As an independent insurance agency with over 20 of the top insurance carriers, Stark is sure to find the perfect match for you and your loved ones. Visit their site at starkagency.com or give them a call at 334-263-5535 for a quote today.
New CBS Tonight.
All right, people, all hands on deck.
FBI is back.
I don't really recognize the world anymore. My team saw things, survived things.
There's something else going on here. Something bigger.
FBI, don't move! I know what kind of people you are, and I'm not giving up. We're FBI, and we still have a job to do to protect people. Let's move.
FBI tonight at 8 p.m. on WAKA.
Are you tired of the mainstream media's biased reporting? Do you want to stay informed on the news that really matters to you? Look no further than 1819 News. At 1819 News, we bring you the latest in Alabama news, politics, sports, culture, and more. We've assembled a team of journalists with Alabama values dedicated to the truth and the truth alone. Visit us at 1819news.com today. That's 1819news.com. Subscribe to our newsletter. Honest News, Alabama Values. This hour of news and views is brought to you by our good friends at Alabama Home Mortgage. Alabama Home Mortgage, 567-4223. Visit them on the web at myalabamahomemortgage.com. NMLS number 1586368, an equal housing lender.
If it concerns your community, you'll hear about it on News Talk 93.1. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. I'm your host, Joey Clark. Troy Carrico here in the studio with me. And I think we need to keep checking in on the freak show.
Let's go.
Because Zoran Mondami, I think he is going to be the next mayor there in New York. What Trump's calling him now, my little communist. Which is a great way of going about it. But a lot of folks are saying that AOC is definitely running for president in 2028.
Yeah,
I think she is. And again, don't underestimate her. She's, I think, going to have trouble in more your so-called battleground states. Sure. But in the middle of New York, she is at home. So here's a little bit of AOC that I'm sorry if you're a man and you have an ex-girl, you maybe have heard this speech before.
But we must remember, in a time such as this, we are not the crazy ones, New York City.
Seriously, I can see them in a circle, like a coven, in a seance. Like, we are not the crazy ones. The men are the problem. But she goes on.
Sacrifice some goats. Let's go.
We must remember, in a time such as this, we are not the crazy ones, New York City. We are not the outlandish ones, New York City.
No.
Jeez Louise.
They want us to think we are crazy. We are sane.
I've heard enough. Stop. I'm going to go vomit.
Have you heard this
I got to go vomit. No,
have you heard this before from an ex?
No, I'm not.
We are not the crazy ones. They want us to believe we're crazy, but I'm not crazy.
I know I'm saying you're crazy.
And y'all are a little odd.
Dude,
like, no, seriously, like I see the crowd and I'm like, God love a lot of y'all. Like, I generally am live and let live. I agree with Father Raoul's point he just made. It should be like the foundation means you love everybody.
This is true.
But sometimes I'm like, y'all are a little odd. Man, and you might think that of us, but I'm sorry, y'all. They tried that with JD Vance.
Well, in my
it didn't work.
In my op-ed that we'll read later, I kind of hit on the freak show and what it's done. So yeah.
Okay, well, we definitely need to get to that.
Yeah, you like that?
I like that segue. But AOC is not done.
No, she's not.
Here is a clip of clearly doing the oratory.
Yes.
The speechifying.
She is preaching. She was a bartender. I bet she was a bad bartender.
You think so?
I don't think. Well, you know what? She would probably give you extra, hoping to get bigger tips.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Like, but do you think she could work up an old fashioned?
Oh, man, I want one that's in a ball with ball of ice, right?
Yes.
And I want to see that smoke come off it when they do the little presentation.
It needs to be a ball or big old block, but it needs to be solid to where it doesn't fully melt as you drink the thing.
Right. I like old fashioned.
Or maybe a Manhattan.
Ooh,
Yeah.
It's been a while. You know what? I haven't ordered. I think I'm.
Or like just a simple gin and tonic.
We need to go get a Manhattan.
Or I've never been a vodka martini guy, but I don't know if she could.
You know what I drink, Joey, when I'm partying?
Yeah.
Red Bull and Grey Goose.
Oh, good God,
man. And Grey Goose.
Now you're taking me back to St. Patty's Day junior year at Auburn University.
That's what I'm saying. I drink Grey Goose and Red Bull.
I definitely believe I have a guardian angel. All the crap I
of
used
course
to
you
do.
do. Yeah.
My goodness. The
time you were think about that rickshaw, you could have been run over by people. I mean, God's been looking after you.
Well, how much though does your heart hate you when you drink Red Bull and vodka?
Oh, come on, man. I'm a ranger. I've seen the best and the worst of it.
It's like the beginning of Tush by ZZ Top. I've been up, I've been down, and it's like the heart doesn't know what to do. Doesn't know what to do at all. But here is AOC.
Sorry, I digress. Sorry,
yes.
Joe.
No, this is what we do
here.
This is AOC essentially given the speechifying, the oratory. Let's hear her rhetoric.
This city was built by the Irish escaping famine,
Yeah.
Italians fleeing fascism,
Yeah.
Jews escaping Holocaust, Black Americans fleeing slavery and Latinos seeking a better life, Native people standing for themselves, Asian Americans coming together in Queens, in Brooklyn, in the Bronx, in Manhattan, in Staten Island, in this country, in a vision to build the freest, toughest, and greatest city on earth.
You remember if we talked about if you found yourself just somehow chained to her bed and she starts to open her mouth, you would chew your arm off. To get
I
away
would
from
be
her in a
praying.
hurry, in a
I would be
hurry.
praying for Kathy Bates as a caretaker.
Get me out of
And
here.
sorry, got to get the blood out of my ears.
In your face, man.
And I do love, like, let's hear the beginning of this again. You got to love the
City was built by the Irish escaping famine.
potatoes.
Yeah.
Modest proposal.
Italians fleeing fascism.
So all the Italians were fleeing fascism?
Mine
or?
were here before that.
I was about to say, I think a lot of Italians came over. Like a lot earlier.
But it
than
sounds
that.
good. It sounds good. She's on a roll.
I think there were a lot of Jewish immigrants before the
I
Holocaust.
didn't know there were.
Right, and they took on very
What
waspy
about the
names
Poles?
for
They
some
didn't
reason.
talk about the Poles.
But no, she's saying, I agree.
Where's my
leaving out
Poles
my
at?
people?
Where's my Sons of Sobieski at?
Yeah, but we're so depressed generationally
but you like
speaking, we don't
beer.
stand up for
You
ourselves.
like beer, and I love you guys.
Yeah, but I noticed, by the way, she doesn't mention the white Anglo-Saxon Protestants, which is not my stock necessarily. I am mostly Polish.
Yeah,
but that's interesting how, like, all these people, why would they take on these very waspy names?
That's a good question.
Was there something built before they showed up?
Possibly.
Maybe. I don't know, but she does the little thing that Obama used to do all the time.
Oh, yeah,
Let's listen to this.
Black Americans fleeing slavery and Jim Crow.
Mhm.
Latinos.
Latinos. She had that little voice. Carico. Cortez.
You think she's got a shot?
Yeah, no. Dude, listen, middle America.
See, but that's exactly what folks were saying when Trump first showed
Well,
up.
right, but check it out. So what she's saying, though, in essence, is she knows that everybody thinks they're freaks there. Well, guess what? Middle America far outweighs New York City. So that's the problem is this left lives in a bubble of their own making with people of like mind, and then they don't realize Ohio doesn't care. Indiana doesn't want it. Idaho doesn't want it.
No.
Wyoming don't want it. Texas doesn't want it. Most of Texas don't want it. But
Right. It's just, it's over the top. But I mean, this is what I expect. As the right becomes more hardcore in what it's trying to pursue, they're going to double down on their hardcore.
I hope that's their best. I hope that's who they send out against Vance, because Vance will eat her alive.
See, but I don't think it's going to be her. Maybe it'll be her,
It could be.
but it could be Gavin Newsom.
I hope it's him. I
You remember what's it's not Pimp Chronicles 2. It's what's the one where Cat Williams he comes up to every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, and he's like working the McDonald's, every day I'm hustling, all that stuff. Great bit. And that song just sticks in my mind. Well, I thought of that song and that bit when I saw this clip of Gavin Newsom hanging out with some black dudes talking about basketball.
Man.
This is how he presents himself. It's so genuine.
But also, it was also about paying the bills, man.
Growing up.
And it was just like hustling. And
Every
so-
day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling.
I just got to get that
kinda
cheese.
raising
He's got to go
myself.
get that cheese, man.
What did he just say? I was kind of raising
I
myself.
was out there kind of raising myself.
Oh.
Turning on the TV, started, just getting obsessed, sitting there with the Wonder Bread and 5 stacks of,
it's like the White
peanut
Stack
butter
5
and
story.
Come on. Kraft macaroni and cheese.
Yeah.
Is how I grew up, bro.
Kraft macaroni and cheese is how I grew up, bro. Every day I'm hustling. Hold on, let me.
You're embarrassing us.
Can
Stop
I
it, Gavin.
use Grok real quick, voice mode?
Yes, let's do it.
Actually, let's
Let's
try
try it.
this.
Let's try it.
What is Gavin Newsom's father? Who is Gavin Newsom's father? Was he born, let's say, with a silver spoon, as they say?
Oh, yeah. Gavin Newsom's dad was William Newsom III. He was a judge and big-time administrator for the Getty Family Trust. Super tight with Gordon Getty, that billionaire heir. So, silver spoon? Totally. Gavin grew up rubbing elbows with that kind of old San Francisco money. No doubt about it.
Oh, my God. I'm from Oakland. No, you're from San Francisco.
Yeah, and you're friends with billionaires.
I might even please.
No, every day I'm hustling.
Hustling.
I'm making the
Chasing
Kraft
that
macaroni
cheese.
and cheese.
Got to get that cheese.
I'm just like you, brother.
He's rolling and he's with a 40 in his hand.
What a fake.
He's such a goose. He's
at
such
least
a goose.
AOC seems like herself.
Oh, no, listen. I'll give
goodness
AOC, but
gracious.
him, he's such a fake. He's such a phony.
I think AOC is better than him. If I have to put myself in the shoes of a Democrat, I would
That's
rather
scary.
go with Sandy than with Gavin, the American psycho. Do you like Huey Lewis in the news? Let's go to line
You
one.
believe in love?
I got to return some videotapes. You're on the air. Who's this?
Hello, this is Thunder, and I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Did she take Obama 2.0 speak or Hitler 2.0 speak? Because that style of speaking is exactly what they did in their speeches. It was the first thing that I thought of when I started hearing her rant.
I kind of saw a mustache on her a little bit. Looked like, but
Probably is
it could have been
mustache.
chocolate milk though. Could have been chocolate milk.
Yeah, I tell you what, the people of New York who put her in the first time, they all need their damn heads examined, and they need their voting rights revoked because they obviously are not thinking about this country. I want to know how much they paid each one of those people to sit in that audience and cheer. Or was it an AI generated cheer?
AI could be bad.
No, it's. Well, I think also it's geographically we're becoming more divided and thus more intense. So the red states are getting redder, the blue states and blue cities are getting bluer, and I think it's organic response. It's just everybody's corralled in their own little silo.
Well, I tell you what, they definitely need their voting rights revoked because they are not thinking. Every damn one of them that voted for her. You have got to be kidding me that they have enough people in New York City that are stupid enough to put the likes of AOC in office, not once, but twice. You got to be kidding me.
They'll do
I
it, though.
didn't think there were that many damn stupid people from New York to begin with.
Never underestimate that. Never underestimate how many are out there.
You're probably right. You guys keep up the good work.
Thank you, hon.
Appreciate the T-Sphere. Appreciate
All
the
right,
thunder.
bye.
All right, bye.
But okay, we went
New
to
York
AOC,
City.
Mondami,
Yes.
AOC, then Gavin Newsom. Every day I'm hustling at Gavin Newsom.
Yep.
And like I grew up with that Kraft macaroni and
Man,
cheese.
I was ganging it.
Right. Well, did your manservant make it for you? Did he do the whole?
I saved up for my Jordans. I had to get my Jordans.
Yeah.
I had timbers on my toes.
So if you can't find a new crop to actually a new generation, stand up, organize. To quote it was the Royal Badness.
That's right.
New breed, stand up, organize. Or if we can't have that, maybe what we need is a return to Mamala. Slay, Queen, slay. Kamala Harris isn't yet done, bitch.
Of what is next for you. You write very powerfully about the differences that many women have made to your life, whether that was your meeting with Angela Merkel or the experience of growing up with your extraordinary mother or the stories of your baby nieces, Amara and Leela. When are they going to see a woman in charge in the White House?
In their lifetime, for sure.
Could it be you? Possibly. Have you made a decision yet?
No, I have not.
But you say in your book, I'm not done.
That is correct.
That's what Mamala said.
I have lived my entire career a life of service, and it's in my bones.
Right.
And there are many ways to serve. I've not decided yet what I will do in the future beyond what I am doing right now.
But you've been very...
The future being what is not yet.
Right. Yes. It's what's not happened yet. But
Right.
it will be in the future. But
Right.
it's the present right now.
I
We're
wonder
talking
if she
about it.
believes in like a theory of time A or time B, like a block universe.
lost
or,
time- lost
or
time
is it
is
just
what
the
she
endless
thinks.
present, or
Blackout drinking.
or is maybe could she give us a exposition on the
Astral
whole
projection.
idea of like of middle knowledge of
Yes.
God? Of,
The middle road. Yeah. The middle path.
yeah, like maybe you're a Molinist and you believe in inherent free will.
So,
and
look, look at her. She looks like Skeletor's little girl.
Oh, the interviewer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Her face is all messed up, man.
Clear that it's a possibility you might run again to become president. And in my experience interviewing politicians, when someone says I'm not done, it means they are thinking seriously about running. But when you look at the bookies odds,
Look at the bookies odds.
they
What's
put
it?
you as an outsider, even behind Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. I mean, is that
The
underestimating?
Rock.
you?
Where is this coming out, man?
Don't make Mamala mad. Don't make her mad. Look how mad she is
She
with
needs a
that
drink.
question.
She wants a drink.
Let's see what the Queen has to say.
I think there are all kinds of polls that will tell you a variety of things. I've never listened to
She's
polls.
brilliant.
If I listened to polls, I would have not run for my first office or my second.
Oh my
office.
goodness.
And I certainly wouldn't be sitting here in this interview.
She's so out of it, man. I'm telling you. Keep talking. You just keep talking, Kamala. Kamala, I say it, Kamala.
Folks, I'm laughing now because I don't think this is not the new breed to stand up and organize for the Democratic Party.
This is definitely
no. These are tourists.
This is the same old song you did.
Right. These. Now, don't get me wrong. I think there will be a new breed, a new class that rises up on the left and in Democrats, and they may have their day in the sun. Who knows? God forbid. But when I look at the current crop of the folks like Newsom and especially the California politicians,
just not enamored by any of them.
I don't want to talk to any of the California politicians. But how about this? We got to hit this break. First, this part of the program brought to you by Pest Pro Services. And they're Pest Pro Services, Ashley and that great team, ready to help you with any and all of your pest control needs. You should go ahead and get on their monthly subscription model. That way you have controlled costs. You can actually budget for how much it's going to cost to do that pest control, which should be just part of your maintenance of keeping up your home.
If you live out, particularly if you live out in the country, man, you need to have it. There's pests everywhere.
Right. You want to be sharing a bedroom with a bunch of cockroaches?
Or a possum?
Oh, goodness gracious. And in speaking of that, they now have wildlife control services there at Pest Pro Services, and especially with the fall months. Today was a little cooler.
Everybody's coming in. Spiders.
In the winter, especially, like, think about like a squirrel in your attic or a mouse in your house. Or God forbid, a chipmunk is out there, or a snake.
They do get in.
Oh, yeah. Especially like a crawl space underneath the place. No fun at all. So what you need to do is call up Pest Pro Services, ask about wildlife control services. And not only does the job stop at removal, once the immediate issue is resolved, say there was a squirrel, they got it out, they're going to focus on exclusion, locating and sealing the access points animals are using to get in. And then they'll also assess surrounding conditions of your property that may be attracting wildlife in the first place that you're just not aware of.
Wood pile right up by the house, something, yeah.
So they focus on practical, effective ways to protect your home from this sort of wildlife. Get on top of it as we head into the cooler months. You'll thank us later, and you'll be overjoyed to be working with a great company like Pest Pro Services. You can always learn more at ppsriverregion.com or give them a call. They're at 265-9990. That's 265-9990. When you want to know, call a pro. Pest Pro Services, and be sure to tell Ashley and that great team that Joey, that fella on the radio, sent you. I said I'm tired of the California.
Yeah.
Well, I said I'm tired of the California.
Not completely. You never said you
politicians.
Yeah.
I didn't say I was tired of the California politicians. Yeah, this guy lost me when he said "F your freedom" during COVID. But Arnold Schwarzenegger, you can't keep the Terminator down. He has actually been a great outspoken opponent of Newsom, especially with these redistricting efforts. We'll get to that in just a second.
Want to carry News Talk in your pocket? Download the News Talk 93.1 app from the App Store. Available on iPhone and Android. Never miss a moment. Download now.
This is your roving reporter. Today I'm talking to a lion tamer. What up, Wild Kingdom? I see you're working with the big cats.
That's right, man. They're ferocious. Down, Garfield, are no tender victuals for you.
I'll bet you've made so much money that you've had to hire yourself a money man.
Yeah, man, and I've hired the best.
You mean the man who could quite possibly be the most beloved asset preservationist in the world?
That's right, man. David Ernest.
The money man with the money plan.
Yeah, Daddy-O, and you can call him toll-free at 833-596-7233.
And those last 4 digits spell out the word safe.
Yeah, man. Mr. Jinx, stop that. That's disgusting.
Tell me, how did you get into this business?
Well, my Uncle Claude, who was also a lion tamer, taught me everything I know.
And what was your Uncle Claude's last name?
Badley.
Claude Badley.
Yeah, excuse me. I gotta go scoop out the litter box.
Make sure you get that joke while you're at it.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I
I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/radio to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
To get this special radio offer, go to leaffilter.com/radio for your free gutter inspection today and get up to 30% off. That's leaffilter.com/radio for up to 30% off. leaffilter.com/radio. See representative for warranty details.
This hour of news and views is brought to you by our good friends at Alabama Home Mortgage. Alabama Home Mortgage, 567-4223. Visit them on the web at myalabamahomemortgage.com. NMLS number 1586368, an equal housing lender.
Rich Thomas Weather, a service of Riverside Chevrolet Wetumpka. If it's Chevy, it's Riverside. Best price, best selection. Check them out on the web at riversideusa.net.
Rich Thomas Weather.
Well, hi, everybody. The risk of showers, maybe a thunderstorms, will continue in our forecast for today. It'll be rather spotty, and our weather app will keep you on top of the action. Otherwise, cloudy, cool, high temperature only in the middle 60s. The clouds hang in tonight and tomorrow with the low tonight 54. Tuesday's high up to about 67, and maybe some more scattered showers, perhaps, Tuesday night into Wednesday. Meanwhile, look for a very cool week ahead, right on through the end of October through Halloween. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
CB&S Bank has digital banking solutions to help you keep up. Check balances, pay bills, and much more. Learn more at cbsbank.com. Charges and fees may apply from your cellular service provider. Contact your service provider for information. Member FDIC.
News and talk without the static. The River Region's most trusted voice. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Welcome back. I'm your host, Joey Clark. And Troy Carrico here in the studio with me.
And Robert E. Lee's with us today.
Yeah, what's that photo behind you?
You know what? We were cleaning the house and we took it down. It's right usually over my desk in the great room, right below the 2,250-pound head of a eland that was shot in Botswana. Long story on that later. But I just thought, he was looking at me. He goes, I want to go with you today. I just want to ride. I said, okay, come on, Jen.
Yeah, and it's amazing, people think it's so antiquated, but you can find video of Eisenhower talking about his love for women.
Absolutely, because what people fail to understand is without the Lee family, we may not have won the Revolutionary War. It said that Washington opined of his father, Light Horse Harry Lee, that if I had but 3 of him, I could have won the war in 2 years. Great American. Arlington Cemetery was his family plot. It was taken from him.
Well, and you also, in terms of just brilliance on the battlefield, he's up there with some of the greats, despite the losses because of the advantages, say the Northern
True that.
Church.
And something I'd like to share, if you've never been, I lived in Winchester, Virginia, so I know the Valley through and through, and I would always stop off in Lexington at Washington and at VMI, and then right across the way you got Washington and Jefferson and Washington and Lee, I'm sorry. And he was the president there for 6 years before he died, and they have a recreation of his office with all of his stuff and his journals and diaries. And in there, he wrote, when I came here, they asked me to have a honor system installed. He said, don't need one. He said, we have but one rule here, and that's for you to be a gentleman. And I thought that's the old genteel way. It was very cool. It was very cool.
And also, folks might be like, why bring up a side that lost and the whole lost cause thing? And have you ever seen Band of Brothers?
Yeah.
You know that scene at the end, near the end, where a German officer is allowed to give a speech to his German soldiers, and they're all prisoners in a war camp. The Americans and the Allies are running. And the takeaway is wow, that's what we would have said to our men.
Yep. Without a doubt.
And there's a lot of common cause sometimes. I know I've heard many a soldier, and I think I've heard you to a degree. You wonder, if I had met that guy at a coffee shop, would we have been friends?
Yeah, that's one of those things that a Band of Brothers is a very good analogy of it. Is even as a enemy, you have respect for your opponent. I think the culture of military, martial protocol, it's very important. It is to me. And I look at Robert E. Lee as a man for all seasons. And, at the beginning of the war, they offered him the command of the Union Army, and they told him the very first orders to march on Richmond. He said, I cannot do that. I cannot do that. And I don't, there's a lot, we can get into depth on the war of Northern aggression, but, well, it's listen, do you think, I got a question for you. Let's suppose hypothetically, New Hampshire and Vermont decided we want to get out of the Union, it wasn't out of the Union, out of the Articles of the Confederation, the articles that we signed, which gave us freedom. Do you think Georgia and Alabama would have marched on Vermont? No, stop it.
Well, some say that's why they lost.
Well, maybe so.
That you just wanted to be defensive and leave us alone as opposed to actual total victory. And in many ways, the Civil War, the tactics at least, are a precursor to the true meat grinders you see as the turn of the 20th century.
Yes.
And that's where a lot, I think, also, and maybe it's why somebody like an Eisenhower still hailed a Robert E. Lee, is because it did harken back to a time where total war had not destroyed a lot of that genteel tradition that existed forever.
And you know what Lee said? Lee said, it is good that war is so terrible, or we may grow fond of it.
Amen. Amen. Now, I mentioned California. I don't want to hear it from California politicians, but I will hear from California politicians. This is Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yes, that Arnold Schwarzenegger. On with Jake Tapper, and they're talking about the whole redistricting fight that everybody's doing, especially Newsom's trying to do this to counteract Republicans around the country. Let's listen to it.
As you acknowledged, this all started because of redistricting in Texas, and this was Trump pushing Republican-controlled states to throw out their current congressional maps so as to cook the books, so that it is less likely for Democrats to retake control of the House during the next year midterms. I mean, is it fair to argue that do you believe that the Republican Party is starting this?
No, Jake. There has been gerrymandering going on for 200 years. There is such extreme gerrymandering going on that in a state like Massachusetts, that has like 40% of the people voting for Trump, they have 0 representatives. The Republican Party has 0 representatives sent to the House. Think about that. In New Mexico, if 45% of the people voted for Trump and voted Republican, and 0 is sent to the House, 0 representative from the Republican Party. So there's gerrymandering, crazy gerrymandering going on all over the country, and we wanted to try to stop it in California, and we did stop it in California, and we went around the country. So I think this whole thing about finger pointing and saying they did it, so therefore we should doing it, that's not really the way to go. The one party should outperform the other party. It should be performance. And when it comes to midterm elections, as you know, always the party that is not in the White House usually wins by 20, 25, 30 seats. So what does 5 seats matter in the first place in Texas? It is crazy. They should outperform them. That is where the action is.
Yeah, it's almost like, if I could translate that, it was, hey, Jake Tapper, grow up Peter Pan.
I know.
Like, gerrymandering is an inherently political process, and somehow we gotten this whole idea that the red states are the real bad people when it comes to gerrymandering, but we don't ever do that in blue states, other than we give no representation to half our population in its actual elected bodies at the federal level.
It's not gerrymandering.
Give me a break, man. It's absurd. And then folks were well, there have been Voting Rights Act Section 2 claims made in blue states. Yeah, and it only made them bluer.
That's right.
And it created a racial entitlement, a racial gerrymander in many of those cases. I am looking forward to the day when that's shot down. Anyway, got to hit a quick break here. This part of the program, in fact, the entire hour, brought to you by Alabama Home Mortgage. And there at Alabama Home Mortgage, Kim Williams and Madeline Cannon are ready to help you, whether you're looking to refinance a home or buy a home. Especially first-time home buyers, you got to work with Alabama Home Mortgage. They can walk you through, help educate you as you go through the process from pre-approval. That's the first step. Do not skip step 1. You're going to set yourself up for heartbreak if you skip pre-approval. But from pre-approval all the way to closing day, they can walk with you and help you out, get you the best possible deal. Or if you're looking to refinance, to restructure debt, get debt off your back. Could be you're looking to reinvest in your property, bring down monthly overhead costs. They can help you with whatever your goal is in refinancing, and they specialize in helping veterans take advantage of the VA benefit programs, and especially home loan programs that you veterans earn through your service. And a lot of y'all are walking around thinking, oh, I used it or I don't qualify. No, just call Alabama Home Mortgage.
That's right.
They can actually give you the truth. So y'all check them out today. You can always start the conversation at 567-4223. That's 567-4223. Or you can apply online at myalabamahomemortgage.com. There is a difference in mortgage companies. Let Kim and Madeline prove that to you today. And MLS number 1586368, an equal housing lender. Hopefully we'll have Michael Cohen on the other side.
He may not know whether he's coming or going, but whether you're going to work or coming home, Greg Budell is there. Mornings 6 till 9 and afternoons 3 till 6. Only on News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Pestruccelli, General Sales Manager and co-owner of Blue Water Broadcasting. For over 21 years, Blue Water Broadcasting has been a proud part of the River region. We're not just a company, we're your neighbors. Our owners, air staff, account executives, and support team all live right here. We believe in this community, and we stand by our slogan, Blue Water Broadcasting, local folks helping local business.
Pumpkin spice latte season. More like Prattville Carpet Fall sale season, when you can buy a square foot of tile, luxury vinyl plank, or carpet for way less than a coffee that tastes like a candle. I'm talking $1.39 a square foot. That's way cheaper than the big box stores. And Prattville will throw in friendly, helpful customer service for free. That's the big difference.
Hi, I'm Ray Bowles from Prattville Carpet. Call us today for your free measurement. Prattville Carpet, we're more than just carpet.
Shop the fall sale now at PrattvilleCarpet.com.
This hour of news and views is brought to you by our good friends at Alabama Home Mortgage. Alabama Home Mortgage, 567-4223. Visit them on the web at myalabamahomemortgage.com. NMLS number 1586368, an equal housing lender.
The River Region's first and only news talk station on FM. Live, local talk. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. Let's go right to the phones and talk to Michael Cohen with Cohen's Electronics and Appliances. Hey, Michael, how you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are y'all?
Oh, life is good. I do have company, Troy Carrico, here in the studio with me.
Hey, Michael.
We didn't want you to be lonely.
No. Well, I don't look like anything, God.
You're not wearing something.
I'm not wearing nothing tie-dye. No, Mike, I don't do that.
You ever wear Crocs, Troy?
With socks? No.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
He does that?
I don't think he does socks.
I think he does.
Oh man, Eddie, I apologize. I don't think he does socks. That's too far right there. Anyway, what's the score there today, Cohen?
I feel like it was 29-22.
Ooh.
But that was a rough weekend.
Oh.
But anyway, Michael Jackson comes in this morning. He's getting a TV installed. Had to move another TV for the couple, and just got back, loaded up a L-shaped sofa. It's called the Miami that a couple bought. With an ottoman, so he's got that loaded in his van. They've gone to Shorter to get that delivered, and he's got a couple more televisions to get installed this afternoon. So it's been a good day. It's good to see stuff get moved, and of course, we need to order another sofa, which unfortunately it'll take us about 10 weeks to get it because they make us wait, but most of our customers want to get whatever they can see instead of ordering one.
Right.
So it all works out good. Yeah. I don't want to wait either.
Well, and folks, I get that some of y'all are used to shopping online and shopping from home, and you can always go to thinkcohens.com to peruse online, but especially if you're buying a brand new TV or something you want to actually sit on and enjoy relaxing evening, it's good to see it in person, and really great to get to know the fine folks there at Cohen's. They're going to be able to help you out. So I encourage you to stop by the Boulevard. That's 2515 Eastern Boulevard here in Montgomery. They're open 9 to 6 Monday through Friday and 9 to 4 on Saturdays. And find Michael, one of the great longtime team members there, and be sure to say, hey, I heard Michael on the radio with that Joey fella in Troy. Carrico was there that day. No Eddie to be found.
That's right. Right, yeah, because, the whole thing, especially with furniture, you want to make sure that you're comfortable sitting there.
Amen.
Because, you're making a purchase that hopefully you keep for 10 or so years. And you want to make sure that everything fits the way it's supposed to.
We need some Cohens injected into this studio. I'm telling you right now.
I've been thinking about it. We'll figure it out down the road.
Yeah.
No, most of the big time radio people have nice Cohens.
Yeah, the pros know, right?
I would definitely love some bigger TVs in here. But anyway.
Never mind. No, I'm going to just be quiet.
We'll talk off it.
Right. Bye, Mike.
But I appreciate you, Michael.
All right. Thank y'all. Y'all come see us.
Yeah. Again, that's Michael Cohen with Cohen's Electronics and Appliances. Be sure to tell him again you heard him here on the radio. We'll be right back. Final hour coming up.
Broadcasting from the Riverside Chevrolet Master Control Center, this is WACV Cusada, News Talk 93.1 FM. When it's Chevy, it's Riverside.
With SRN News, I'm Bob Agnew in Washington. Hurricane Melissa has strengthened into a Category 5 storm as it draws closer to Jamaica. Forecasters predicting it will unleash catastrophic flooding, landslides, and widespread damage of various kinds. The intensification happened today. The system would be the strongest hurricane to ever hit the island since record keeping there began in 1851. It's already been blamed for 6 deaths elsewhere in the Northern Caribbean. A 6.5 magnitude earthquake struck today in open waters in the Atlantic Ocean. A geophysicist with the U.S. Geological Survey said it was felt throughout the region. There have already been aftershocks, including one that registered 6.0. The quake occurred about 100 miles east of the French Caribbean island of Guadeloupe at the depth of 6 miles. On Wall Street right now, the Dow is up by about 280 points. This is SRN News.
Hey, it's Mike Gallagher, host of The Mike Gallagher Show. I don't mess around when it comes to saving your money. Right now, rates have dropped to the lowest level in over a year and a half. That means if you bought your home or refinanced in the last 3 years, you could be saving hundreds of dollars every month. Lower your rate, lower your monthly payment, even kick that pesky PMI to the curb. And get this, you can skip 2 full months of mortgage payments. But that's not all. Fellowship Home Loans just rolled out something incredible. Their very own HELOC and lines of credit. Approval in just 5 minutes. Money in your account in as little as 4 days. It's the easiest system you've ever used. You can do it yourself online. Whether you want to pay off bills, tackle a home project, cover education, or even a wedding, Fellowship Home Loans makes it simple to leverage the money that's already sitting in your house. Just go to fellowshiphomeloans.com/Mike G, fellowshiphomeloans.com/Mike G, or call 800-510-MIKE, 800-510-MIKE, 800-510-6453. Fellowship Home Loans, mortgage lending guided by the book.
Nationwide Mortgage Bankers, DBA Fellowship Home Loans, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 8193.
The Rich Thomas Weather Network, brought to you by Montgomery Paint and Body. From little fender benders to total body repair, MPB will fix it good as new, maybe better. For 4 decades, the Turner family has been getting you back on the road. Call 279-7325.
Rich Thomas Weather.
Well, hi, everybody. The risk of showers, maybe a thunderstorms, will continue in our forecast for today. It'll be rather spotty, and our weather app will keep you on top of the action. Otherwise, cloudy, cool, high temperature only in the middle 60s. The clouds hang in tonight and tomorrow with the low tonight 54. Tuesday's high up to about 67, and maybe some more scattered showers, perhaps, Tuesday night into Wednesday. Meanwhile, look for a very cool week ahead, right on through the end of October through Halloween. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
1819 News.
The chairman of the Alabama Republican Party, John Wall, recently had a conversation with leaders within the Alabama Education Association. Wall was seeking to gain more information on where the AEA stands with homeschooling families. The executive director for the AEA, Amy Marlowe, recently made comments to the Alabama Daily News that were not very clear on where that organization stood with homeschooling families. There has been an increase in families going the homeschool route or selecting other school choice options rather than public schools. Marlowe indicated that in the past, the state would do something to make sure that those children are safe. Wall says he's pleased to learn that the AEA is not going to pursue any additional requirements by way of legislation for the homeschooling community. Wall says the Alabama Republican Party is committed to parental choice and educational freedom, and that the public school system should not be worried about parents who choose other educational options, nor should they try to regulate those families if they do. I'll be back with more Alabama stories after this.
Are you enjoying 1819 News? If so, consider joining 1819 News as a member. As a nonprofit news organization, we depend on the support of Alabamians like you. Memberships start out as little as $5 a month, and you'll get access to exclusive content only offered to our members. You'll be supporting independent journalism done by people who cherish Alabama values. Become a member today by visiting 1819news.com and clicking Become a Member. That's 1819news.com and click Become a Member today.
A former Huntsville pastor is seeking to enter a not guilty plea to charges of stealing from the All Nations Worship Assembly. Adrian Davis was the lead pastor at ANWA between 2018 and 2022 when hundreds of thousands of dollars were stolen. Davis is accused of using that money for personal luxury items. Davis had agreed earlier to a plea deal to claim guilt and make restitution payments. He will have another hearing soon to change his plea. I'm Andrea Tyson.
For more news affecting Alabamians, go to 1819news.com. And while you're there, subscribe to the daily newsletter.
This hour of News and Views is brought to you by our good friends at Cole Plumbing, 279-8919. Cole Plumbing is number one in the number two business. You don't have to dig a hole. They have proprietary pipelining technology. Ask them about their tankless water heaters. Remember, when you have trouble with your bowl, call on Cole.
Hey, y'all, Lewis at the Capital Oyster Bar. We're located over here on the beautiful Alabama River. The easiest way to get to us would be I-65 to North Boulevard, then takes the first exit you come to. That's Louisville Street. Hit the bottom of the ramp, turn right, and turn right again. That's 3 times, follow to the end of the road. Come on down here. You'll be looking over the river. We also rent out pontoon boats besides the restaurant. You can come on down here and rent out a pontoon boat. The river's beautiful this time of year. Get down here and enjoy yourself because everybody's home watching the football game. We also want to tell you we got plenty of TVs if you like to come out on the weekend and watch a football game and eat you some good food. We got you covered there too. Let's take it back to the food. Got a fryer, a steamer, and a grill. You cook it any way you like it. We'll get fresh fish out of the Gulf. All kind of good seafood coming down here. Also got a ribeye, a hamburger, good eating there. Live music, November the 2nd. Brandon and Santini's in town. We love it when Brandon comes to town. Check it all out, CapitalOysterBar.com. Get down here soon. Come hungry, y'all.
Hi, this is Bo Goodson from the Goodson Group with your Real Estate Minute. What is a smart way to buy a house in today's market? Now is a good time to buy since we now have a more balanced market than we've had in years. Here are the steps. First step, get pre-qualified with an experienced local lender. It costs you nothing to find out firsthand whether you can qualify for a home and how much that home loan will cost. Second step, hire a local realtor with lots of experience that can guide you, advise you, and be your advocate. We call those buyer agents. Third step, decide what your wants and needs have to be. Bedrooms, baths, floor plan, location, and school zones. Fourth, ask your realtor to line up homes that fit your price category and your location needs. Fifth, start actually looking inside these homes and see what is available and the cost of each property. For all of this information and step-by-step approach, call Bo Goodson from the Goodson Group at 221-2883 or 551-0225.
Let's go! You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
The views and opinions of the following program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisers. It's time for Montgomery's conversational radio show. It's News and Views on News Talk 93.1 FM. To join the conversation, call 272-9228.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. I'm your host, Joey Clark. Troy Carrico here in the studio with me. And in a second, I want to get to your op-ed, which is very apropos for all the clips we just played earlier.
I think so.
Of all these Democrats. But first, can we get Trump's response to all this?
Let's see what he got.
Because Trump is, I think his new favorite place to do a press gaggle is on Air Force One. This is exactly the same pose. It's like, I don't know if I'm going to heaven. I don't know if I'm heaven bound.
Hand on the door.
But let's listen into Trump and what he's throwing down.
Steve Bannon said in a recent interview that there could be plans for you to be able to run and potentially win a third term in 2028.
The question is about, is he actually going to run again in 2028?
Well, I haven't really thought about it. We have some very good people, as you know, but I have the best poll numbers I've ever had. I mean, I just solved 8 wars and a 9th is coming. I believe Russia, Ukraine will happen.
Well, you said that for 2028, there are very good people.
Well, we have great people. I don't have to get into that, but we have one of them standing right here. We have JD, obviously, the vice president is great.
It's like he's
Little
embarrassing his son with little Marco there.
Little Marco.
But Trump being asked about 2028, so he just talks up Rubio and Vance.
Right. I think Marco's great. I think, I'm not sure if anybody would run against us. I think if they ever formed a group, it would be unstoppable. I really do. I believe that. I would love to do it. I have my best numbers ever. It's very terrible. I have my best numbers. If you read it, am I not ruling it out? I mean, you'll have to tell me. All I can tell you is that we have a great group of people, which they don't. They have Jasmine Crockett, a low IQ person. They have AOC's low IQ. They give her an IQ test. Have her pass like the exams that I decided to take when I was at Walter Reed. Those are very hard.
He's back on that again.
They
said we've never seen this before.
But they're cognitive tests. Let AOC go against Trump. Let Jasmine go against Trump. I don't think Jasmine, the first couple of questions are easy. A tiger, an elephant, a giraffe, you know.
Oh my God.
When you get up to about 5 or 6, and then when you get up to 10 and 20 and 25, they couldn't come close to answering any of those questions.
He's back on that track again. They basically said we've never seen something so high of a performance.
No, and I did get an MRI. It was perfect.
I love it.
You know the MRI of the machine?
Yeah. Don't wear any metal.
My God, man. Here, let's go to line 1 real quick. You're on there. Who's this?
Hey, Joey. It's Charles Farsaduni.
What's up?
Hey, Charles.
How y'all doing? Hey, Joey.
Good.
Well, I wanted to tell you that the Alabama solution came out and it's everywhere. And I'm getting to, I was the press secretary for Stacey George that ran for governor. And he's the main one. He's going to churches and TV and radio. And I'm getting to be press secretary again for a little while, just for that, not for running for office. So you guys know I'm enjoying that. But you were talking about the gerrymandering. And I looked something that I think, Joy, you're always saying everybody's kind of connected to each other politically and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I looked up the mapper that the federal courts have given us for both the congressional and the Senate districts, Anna Mancuso or whoever she is, the judge. Guess what? Guess who he is? Guess who Richard Allen is? He was a member of Hal Heflin's team back when he was senator that long ago, got me Democrat.
Wow.
And they made him mapper in both instances. Have you got me? And he's about 84 years old. And he was actually told by a circuit judge from Montgomery that he would go to jail if he didn't follow his directions years ago. And that's when there were too many persons that were supposed to go to prison that were remaining in the county jail. And he, this same guy that's the mapper, was the Department of Corrections commissioner. And that's what he was told. If he did not get them out of the county jails and into the prisons, he would go to jail.
What a
and
small
that is
world.
our mapper.
Wow.
Yes. And the NAACP loves him. They really like his maps. Have you got me?
Oh, yeah.
And that's because way back in the day, he was a Hal Heflin Democrat and worked for 4 different, not our recent, but attorney generals of the state of Alabama's office as like one of their head persons. So I thought you guys would find that very interesting there.
No, I was just telling an uncle of mine that the Dixiecrats still, to certain degrees, run this place.
They do.
Well, yeah, everybody that used to be a Democrat at heart that's in government now, including our governor,
Rhinos.
seems to have that whole down deep Democrat essence about them, guys.
Tax more and bigger government.
Yes, and what I hate is what happened to the admiral because of it.
No, I know. He will be vindicated. Trust me. He's going to be vindicated.
Yeah, I'm hoping so.
He will be.
But great to hear you, Troy. Great show, guys.
Thanks.
And don't watch the movie, okay? The Alabama Solution. Are you going to watch it for me, Troy?
I promise you. I've got it queued up on my Roku. I told Robin about it. We're going to watch it.
Okay, and remember, I rode with them.
I know. I said Charles was in it. Charles was in it. I said so.
Well, it's not going to actually show me, but I am there. I am present.
Well, we know that you're engaged. Your whole family's been involved, and you give a lot of wealth and knowledge. Thank you for your call.
Appreciate you, Charles.
Well, thanks a whole lot. Take care, y'all.
You too. 272-9228. Now, I believe we have time if you are ready.
I am ready.
You have an op-ed coming out this week at some point?
I do. And it kind of segues into what we've been talking about very nicely. It's the liberals' left death throes, a requiem for relevance in Trump's Iron Age. America, if you've been paying attention to the atmospherics, the liberal left isn't just stumbling, they're plummeting headlong into the abyss of irrelevance. A self-inflicted nosedive engineered by their own freakish fringe, replete with mystical shamans and paid protesters. Since Donald Trump reclaimed the throne in 2025, the progressive horde has been exposed for what they truly are, a rabid pack of narrative saboteurs, howling at the moon and realizing their magic is no longer effective in the media. Meanwhile, in majority middle America, the rest of us, we're forging ahead into the fires of real American resurgence. What if their once powerful media megaphones, shattered relics, echoing only in the empty chambers of elite echo? Their rallies, pathetic spectacles of failure like the No Kings fiascos that fizzled out faster than a damp firecracker. And now, with the government shutdown grinding on like a rusty chainsaw, the Democrats' zero-sum game of madness is fracturing their core, dooming them to electoral oblivion in 2026. This isn't speculation. It's the unvarnished truth, hammered home in the crucible of reality. Middle America is no longer remaining silent and meek. Picture the scene. Trump strides back into the White House, a colossus of conviction, purging the Biden-era rot with the swiftness of a warrior's sharp blade. The liberal media, once the self-anointed gatekeepers of truth, now whimper in the shadows. Their influence evaporated like morning dew under the sun of scrutiny. Remember how they crowed about resistance and democracy dying? Well, democracy's thriving, folks, and it's the mainstream press that's on life support. Public trust in these outlets has cratered. Polls scream it. Headlines confess it. Even better, thanks to streaming TV now, the influence of liberal Hollywood has become impotent. Who cares about De Niro, Clooney, or Baldwin? The trope of liberal media and its proxies like Jimmy Kimmel isn't just wounded, it's dead and buried, slain by their own bias and bluster. Trump didn't need to swing the battle axe. They did it to themselves. Alienating the heartland with endless sermons on wokeness, debating sexual identities, and celebrating open borders. Real Americans tuned them off and turned on to podcasters and truth tellers who speak plain English. The proud man's contumely, the progressives, those self-righteous zealots who've hijacked the Democratic Party like pirates boarding a helpless unarmed ship. Their freakish rhetoric, all fringe fury, furries, and combative counterwalking is driving off moderates and traditional Democrats faster than a stampede from a burning barn. Gone are the days of the blue-collar union halls. Now it's rainbow flags and pronoun patrols, alienating the very voters who once formed the party's spine. These radicals, with their unyielding demands for a cultural revolution, have turned the tent into a circus of extremes where sanity is shouted down, compromise is heresy. The squad's remnants, fading ghosts, and their progressive politics expose this electoral poison. Even as Democrats lick their 2024 wounds, the ultra-left wing doubles down, blind to how decadent extremism is bleeding their already wounded base dry. Enter the No Kings demonstrators. What a circle jerk. Billed as a nationwide uprising against Trump's so-called authoritarianism. These rallies were supposed to be the left's clarion call, a tidal wave of resistance sweeping the nation. But when compared to Charlie Kirk Turning Point USA comeuppance, they appear as washed up, abject failures, drawing crowds that paled against the hype, ignored by the majority of Americans who see through the sham. Millions, hardly scattered protests in blue bubbles, led by idiots in inflatable costumes, boisterous but barren of broad support, while Heartland folks shrugged and went about building the future. Their messaging, a toxic homebrew of shaming, hysteria, accusing half the country of tyranny while embracing their own fringe fetishes. No wonder it flopped. The average Joe doesn't buy the king hysteria when Trump's delivering jobs, borders, and strength. These events weren't mobilizations, they were mausoleums for the left's dying dreams, their combative chants echoing only in empty streets. And now the government shutdown, that glorious exhibit of progressive futility, a zero-sum game where Democrats choose chaos over concession. Since October 1, 2025, the gears of government have ground to a halt. Not because of Trump, but because of radical leftists in Congress holding federal workers hostage to pet projects like endless spending sprees and border blindness. The progressive playbook, obstruct or perish, a strategy that's fracturing the Democratic core like a hammer to glass. Moderates are fleeing, traditionalists are furious, watching as SNAP benefits teeter on state budgets, straining under the weight. This shutdown isn't a standoff, it's suicide. Weakening the party's already overexposed flanks and alienating swing voters who crave stability, not strife. I dare them to sue the government over payments to our military during the shutdown. Mark my words, come 2026, this madness will reap its whirlwind. The Democratic National Party, already enfeebled, will splinter further. The progressive overlords expose the architects of irrelevance. Trump's era has unmasked them, a cabal of complainers, short of media might, repelling the rationale with rhetoric that's as freakish as it is futile. America awakens not to their wails, but to the roar of resurgence. The left empire crumbles. Ours rises eternal. Heavy is the head that wears the crown of defeat, and for this progressive bunch, it's crushing them flat.
Again, folks, that's Troy Carrico, the man himself, his own words. And appreciate that.
Thank you for letting me read it.
I hope it is certainly true. It does seem that way for a certain generation of folks.
It seems so, yeah.
We will see as in the days and months and years to come, will there be a resurgence for those folks? But for the time being, I think you're hitting the nail right on the head. Let's, to your point, go to this is Mike Johnson
yes.
Earlier today as the shutdown continues.
Working people around this country is very real. And it gets worse with each passing day. Here's some of the stats. Last week, 1.4 million federal workers missed a full paycheck. Now, you know, many of them are furloughed, and many more are deemed essential workers, those who are essential, for example, to keep the country safe. TSA agents we've discussed, and air traffic controllers, and Border Patrol, and of course our troops. But so many of them now are going without pay. The families of military service members and the air traffic controllers and so many of these others are now at very real risk of missing the paycheck at the end of this month. The Trump administration has done everything possible to bend over backwards to try to find sources of funding within the federal government to be able to cover the bases, but it is getting more and more challenging with each day. Now, every Republican in Congress wants to stop this madness desperately. And we have voted many times, over a dozen times, collectively 13 times, to reopen the government, to keep it open and reopen it once the Democrats closed it. But here's the very simple and important fact that no one should forget. We have no ability. Republicans do not have the ability to do this on our own. It's a simple math problem. We need Democrats to help. You need 60 votes in the Senate. We only have 53 Republicans. The Democrats are the ones voting repeatedly to shut down the government. But they're not opening it back up. They spent most of their time trying to distract the American people from the very simple truth. So I brought you a little visual aid here to just remind everybody what the simple facts are. 4 simple facts here. The Democrats are required to open the government. They keep saying Republicans are in charge of government. We aren't, not in the Senate. 60 votes control the Senate, not a bare majority. And so point number 1, Democrat votes are required to open the government. Point number 2, they refuse to do it. They have now voted 12 times to keep the government closed. And they'll have another chance today or tomorrow, maybe multiple times this week, and we'll see what they do. Now, the third point is...
So Mike Johnson laying it down. I mean, and honestly, I haven't looked at any polling of late, but the shutdown continues. Yep. Let's go to line 1. You're on there. Who's this?
Papa B.
Hey, Papa B. How you doing?
Oh, boy, rarely have we seen jarheads wax so eloquent.
Hey, that's it. Listen, I'm not a crayon eater. I'm a ranger.
And And by the way, you said Mondami's colors are red and gold.
No, they're the purple and gold. They're purple and gold.
Purple and gold. Yeah, right. Yeah, well, we all know LSU fans smell like corn dogs.
Oh, yeah.
So.
greasy corn dogs.
Yeah, we were talking about y'all talking about Argentina a little earlier, and I am just really loving what I'm seeing down there.
Oh man, you're kidding.
So I've just after so many just decade after decade of just crazy things going on with the inflation rates and just printing money and defaulting and everything else, these people have finally decided they've had enough and are trying to do something about it. So Trump is actually really right to, try to help them out. And besides that, let's just remember what would happen if they didn't. I mean, they might well descend back into chaos, and China is right there to gobble them up if, that happens. Communism is right on the cusp of, just about every doorstep, that you might name. And strategically, from a geopolitical stance, I can't get more strategic than where they are. Right there, at the Drake Passage and all of that. So I'm glad to see it. Actually,
I think it might provide. I just pop a B and piggyback off what you're saying. I think what it could do is provide stabilization. You got to remember, in Brazil right now, after Bolsonaro left, the socialists took over with Lula, and there needs to be a counterbalance to that. And I think that Chile and Argentina can provide that. But yeah, you're spot on.
And it's so cool, by the way, with Milei. You know how big I've been bringing on folks from, say, the Mises Institute and like the anarcho-capitalists and the Austro-libertarians, all the different names they have. I watched being part of that small group, and it was and still is fairly small compared to other political parties and movements. Watch that small group start to translate a lot of the great works of Mises, of Rothbard, and many other more modern economics, economists and political thinkers started translating it. In South America, you started to see these flowers of liberty bloom. Fast forward a decade and a half later to see this self-described anarcho-capitalist win not only the presidency, but gain in the way they have. It's just a testament to, if you do put in the work, it does sometimes actually work. Even when it seems crazy that this would ever win in a place dominated by socialism. And so I don't know, it's a beautiful thing. It feels like a vindication of ideas, along with just good for their people.
We're not done with Brazil yet. The socialists took over because they cheated, just like they did, in this country, and tried to overthrow through a color revolution, which didn't happen, thankfully. Or at least hasn't happened yet. So, but down there, Bolsonaro, what they're doing to that man is exactly what they
did
do
to Trump. It's the same thing. You're absolutely right.
They would take him, they would somehow shuffle him off to a hospital, he's sick, and there they would kill him. Bolsonaro, they're doing the same thing to him. I don't know if he'll survive, but hopefully he will. And, Brazil will be rescued from the clutches of the communists as well. So anyway, all right, guys, thanks a lot. Enjoying the show as usual.
Appreciate it, Bob. 272-9228. That's 334-272-9228. This part of the program brought to you by River Region Contracting, and their River Region Contracting, Todd Clark, and that great team there, ready to help you with that roof of yours. It could be of an asphalt shingle roof or a metal roof. Either needs to be inspected on a regular basis. And you're like, well, I'm not made of money. What do you mean on a regular basis? Well, a lot of manufacturers suggest every 3 to 5 years, but here's the great news. You should do it annually, at least, with River Region Contracting, because their inspections are always free. Now, thank God we've been spared a lot of the hurricane weather. There is one raging right now.
There is a nasty one
in the Gulf of America.
But the rains are coming. The rains
are coming. So if you want to make sure your house is jam up and jelly tight, as the song says, especially when it comes to that roof, you don't want those leaks starting to sneak in that you don't notice, that then fester and rot and become an even bigger problem, and including a much more expensive problem. And that's, by the way, when insurance companies will fight you. They say you're negligent. You didn't get checked it out. Not so if you work with River Region Contracting. Again, they can find issues early, or they might show up, do an inspection, and be like, you're golden, you're good. And say they do find an issue, they'll write up an estimate for free on how to fix it. And they're insurance specialists. So if you have any worries at all about making an insurance claim, they can walk you through that process there and make it a swift and easy experience. So y'all check them out today. Get that number for River Region Contracting, 356-8635. That's 356-8635. And be sure to tell them that Joey, that fella on the radio, sent you.
Want to carry News Talk in your pocket? Download the News Talk 93.1 app from the App Store. Available on iPhone and Android. Never miss a moment. Download now.
I'm Jim Smith with Adams Drugs. At Adams Drugs, we offer a wide variety of services, including delivery, compounding, wellness clinics, and immunizations. Now is the time to visit any Adams Drugs location and get your flu shot. Getting an annual flu shot can help prevent you from getting the flu, reduce the severity of symptoms if you get the flu, and prevent serious complications such as hospitalization and death. Getting your flu shot at Adams Drugs protects you from getting sick, but it also makes sure that those around you, especially those at high risk, remain safe. Each year, up to 49 million people in the U.S. contract the flu. Depending on the flu virus's severity, deaths as a result of flu complications could skyrocket to 79,000 people nationwide. Visit us at adamsdrugs.net for a location nearest you. Adams Drugs is your local, independently owned Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
The best pizza buffet in town just got better. In October, Pizza Perfect is rolling back the price to 2010. This month only, the buffet is only $10. Included on the buffet is pizza, spaghetti, breadsticks, salad, dessert, and drink. Get it for lunch Monday through Saturday and for dinner on Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday. If you've never been to Pizza Perfect, now's a great time to go. $10 for the buffet. Pizza Perfect. Available for pickup and delivery. Pizza Perfect on Coliseum Boulevard, Eastwood.
This hour of News and Views is brought to you by our good friends at Cole Plumbing, 279-8919. Cole Plumbing is number one in the number two business. You don't have to dig a hole. They have proprietary pipelining technology. Ask them about their tankless water heaters. Remember, when you have trouble with your bowl, call on Cole.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Cunahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/radio to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
To get this special radio offer, go to leaffilter.com/radio for your free gutter inspection today and get up to 30% off. That's leaffilter.com/radio for up to 30% off. leaffilter.com/radio. See representative for warranty details.
The Rich Thomas Weather Network is brought to you by Earnest Financial.
If you're tired of losing your money in the stock market, call David Earnest, 334-279-7431. Earnest Financial, LLC.
Rich Thomas Weather.
Well, hi, everybody. The risk of showers, maybe thunderstorms, will continue in our forecast for today. It'll be rather spotty, and our weather app will keep you on top of the action. Otherwise, cloudy, cool, high temperature only in the middle 60s. The clouds hang in tonight and tomorrow with the low tonight 54. Tuesday's high up to about 67, and maybe some more scattered showers, perhaps, Tuesday night into Wednesday. Meanwhile, look for a very cool week ahead, right on through the end of October through Halloween. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
Budget Floors and More has the best prices. Carpet as low as 69 cents per square foot. LVP starting at $1.29 a square foot. Sheet vinyl as low as 65 cents per square foot. And the lowest prices on flooring installation supplies. Budget Floors and More across from Delray Publix.
Live, local talk. The River Region's most trusted voice for news and opinion. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Joey Clark.
Tis the season, folks. Tis the season for former employees of the Biden administration to try to sell books and stuff. Which, I don't begrudge them that. Like, you got to pay the mortgage somehow. Better than selling your body.
She couldn't do that, though.
Right, you sell your mind. That's better than selling.
Korean champion couldn't do that.
By the way, hi, Pamela. How are you?
Hi, good. How are you?
I'm all right. Sorry to just throw you on camera like that.
It's okay.
But there's one former, ex-Biden employee. In fact, was the press secretary for a long, long time there. Of course, I'm talking about Karine Jean-Pierre.
The one that got off the DUI, that one? The one that got off the DUI?
Yeah. Or to channel my inner Hulkster, let me tell you something, mean Karine Jean. Well, she's been on a whole tour of stuff, and, somebody on MSNBC asked her to, introspect for a second. Yeah. Let's listen in.
Karine, do you have any regrets at all for anything that you said while you were speaking on behalf of this administration? It's a simple yes or no. You don't even
No, because you're asking for a yes or no question. I want to put some context to it too. I woke up every day. I woke up every day very proud to be the White House press secretary. I woke up every day as a Black woman who is queer, who no one had ever seen someone like me at that podium standing behind that lectern. It was an honor and a privilege to have that job.
Wait, so Black woman addicted to crack? And I'm not talking about the stuff Hunter likes. What in the world, man?
Like a nurse's ass crack.
How is that like the answer to that question?
That's how they answer every question.
That's right, Pamela.
That's exactly what
I'm queer and I'm here, and you're going to respect that, and I respect it. I'm honored.
You're right. Do you regret saying anything in the job?
Right. No,
I woke up every day.
Queer woman. I don't regret anything I do ever.
There's no ramifications. Nothing happens to me.
The hell is this? Joey, do you regret ever saying stuff on the radio show? I love having sex with women. That's not an answer.
That's Lindsey Graham.
That's not an answer.
Oh my God.
That's not an answer.
I know, me too.
All right. Well, actually, there are a lot of guys who look like me that have done this job. So no, I don't regret a thing. What is this?
She's wanting to tell the world her story.
Everybody knows it.
Yeah, I bet she wants to tell it again because she's going to sell a book now.
It's just so
she's
stupid.
pimping. She's pimping herself right now.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's got to pay the mortgage. I get it.
Yeah, she can do OnlyFans.
I get it.
No, she can't do OnlyFans.
No, don't put
There's
that
a market for everybody.
Yeah, you're probably right about that, Pam.
Now, this is just like a 15 second clip from Peter Doocy doing a Fox News segment. But the clip you see, if you're watching on the stream, folks, is President Trump meeting the Emperor of Japan. And listen to what Peter Doocy has to say as they played this coverage of Trump shaking hands with Japan's Emperor.
Here in Japan, you see this video of the president and the emperor. The press pool capturing the close-up images of this handshake were warned by the hosts that if they shout questions or shout anything in the presence of the emperor, it is considered here assault.
I love Japan. I love Japan for being so xenophobic and just doesn't want trash.
There is something too, like I don't want an emperor, but there is also something to. It'd be nice if there was like one person in our society, like you can't say whatever you want to him.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Like there's something about that tradition of like,
yeah,
get on a knee,
right,
get down,
kiss the ring.
Yeah. Like there's something about that respect, and I guess what he doesn't have governing power.
He doesn't have government. It's still a titular, a tradition. But think back to World War II, right? And the emperor, how that all ended. He was a sun god, and that's how they viewed him. And
a lot of them did.
When he went to surrender, he asked them to come to the palace. They said, "No, you're going to come to our ship. We beat you." And think about that. They still think there's this degree of respect for that traditionalism in Japan. At least when I was there was.
Though I do love like the Westerner who's fallen away from Christianity, and you go do your Eastern tour of like how peaceful the Buddhist and Eastern mystics are and stuff. Like, the Buddhist and Eastern and Shinto mystics that inspired kamikaze.
That's
right. Yeah, they're just so peaceful.
And Bushido, the code of the warrior, came from Buddhist monks. So
it's like, no, don't mess with the Japanese.
Samurai.
Don't mess with the Japanese by any means. And no, I thought that was like just very not American and very not modern.
Yeah.
Like the whole idea of, hey, if you shout a question at the emperor,
You're
we'll start charging you with assault.
You're getting beat up.
Yeah, I know some purple-haired women that would love that rule about them.
Send them over there.
Few folks would love that. Speech is violence. It's violence, I tell you.
It is.
Again, 272-9228. Now, I have just a question. I'm glad you're here, Pamela, because
he's getting bored of just being with me today.
No.
Greg gets bored of just being with me too.
Well, because you run the salon and over there,
Yeah.
AMS Studios.
Yes.
And I'd imagine there's all sorts of services y'all offer.
Tons.
And occasionally, it's almost like grooming for people, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Manscaping.
And so there's a weird you're dealing with human beings, but there's a weird overlap with people that groom dogs.
Mhm.
Now I'm wondering if you are working on people and their say hygiene and looks and just general like looking to be a little skinnier, face a little taller, hair
Mhm.
looking glorious, all this stuff. Do you ever get any like weird requests in the same way and fads and stuff in the same way that they get weird requests and fads in the dog grooming business?
Not I don't think so. I
can give you an example of what I mean.
I mean, I saw a video over the weekend of a dog being made to look like
this?
Yeah.
The guy from Monsters Inc.
Right.
For a costume.
Well, look at this one here.
Yeah.
This is, I think, a standard poodle.
It is.
Okay.
And he is painted to look like a tiger. Or like Tigger from Winnie the Pooh.
I mean, I could see we don't do hair as much, but there are definitely people who customize their hair. And it's like, you know.
He just tried to jump on the wiener
That
dog.
might be a golden doodle, actually, from that
Yeah, it might
energy
be.
right there. There's some golden in that pup. But yeah, it is like a pup to look like with orange paint, spray paint with tiger stripes painted on too.
So my brother,
I don't know about
my brother and daughter-in-law in Dothan own a franchise. It's called Woof Gangs. Woof Gangs.
Gangs.
It is a franchise out of Orlando. They made almost $1.5 million last year in Dothan.
Wow.
They're opening another location in Panama City Beach.
Awesome.
Wow.
It is a high-end grooming and premium accessories, food, dog chains, whatever it is. It looks like a Victoria's Secret when you walk in. It's black and pink and mirrored,
Wow.
everything. Very swank.
Mhm.
Chandeliers, and people will spend any amount of money on their dogs.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
they'll come in and they upsell like an oatmeal bath for $40 for the
Oh,
skin.
yeah. Well,
It's like they're making so much money, man.
But seriously, look at that. Would you want to come home to like,
I like that. I like
You
it.
like the tiger look?
I love it.
I don't.
I like my all black cat.
I do. I like, yeah.
You ever
black cats are
scare
fun.
you? Like you can't see him, and then the eyes just appear.
Right. He's completely black. He doesn't have a single
cool.
white
That's
hair
cool.
on him.
That's
His
cool.
lips are black. His paws are black.
And his heart's
It's
just so soft
sneaky.
and sweet. isn't
It is.
I know
Yes.
that. Black cats are fun.
I
He
do have
is
to
the
say, I was driving
sweetest.
home through County Downs, and somebody has got an amazing like front yard display for Halloween. But as I'm seeing the whole display, I mean, there's skeletons
Yeah.
and there's all sorts of horrific ghouls and other things
Mhm.
out there. But as I'm seeing the stationary display, they have a literal black cat just walking across it. I'm like, that's not fair. Did you
Perfect.
train the cat to do that?
He owns it. That's his place there.
Yeah.
He owns it.
Yeah, you just never know.
It's National Black Cat Day today, by the way.
That's cool.
Mhm.
Oh, very cool.
They were so persecuted for so long.
Were
Yeah,
they?
They got a
No,
bad
they were
rep
all
with the
throughout history. No,
witches. Yes.
history. Listen, black cats were purposely sought out and killed because of their
Bad omen.
They're supposed to be familiars.
Yep.
Would they do that to tuxedo kitties too?
No, I don't
Okay.
think
No,
so.
just all
Just all
cats.
black.
I like
That
black
was a
cats.
bad omen.
They're fun.
Yeah, I've met a few that are pretty cool.
He's
Pretty
the
cool.
sweetest
What's his
cat.
name? What's his name?
Jesco.
What is it? What was the significance of that? Is it just something you like, or is there meaning behind the name?
Have you ever watched the Wild and Wonderful Whites of West Virginia?
Yes, that's where it's
Jessica
on.
White.
Okay, that's there. You go.
Jessica.
It goes down to Hillbillies. That's where we go to. So
Anyway, I
Have
just
you
have to
ever
throw
watched
you.
that?
No, I
it's
haven't.
fun.
Oh
It's
my
great. It's
gosh.
Appalachian.
It's
best.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I can only take so much.
Oh, you have to watch it in small doses. Absolutely.
It makes you feel better about yourself.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of those shows. They just
not
make
either.
me go like, oh god, like it
You
doesn't
ever
make me
see-
feel better. It makes me go, oh.
You ever
Like
see Mountain
secondhand
Monsters?
embarrassment?
You ever see Mountain Monsters? The mountain.
Oh,
men?
yeah.
Listen, Jethro, get over there with your 12 gauge. Hold on now, I'm getting down in there. And these big old beards. And so good. man.
It is
so good.
that particular one, the whites, they are
Yeah.
something else. I mean, every one of them is their own character in their own way.
I've seen it.
Now, you got to be happy you're an American, both of you.
I'm very happy.
I'm happy to be an
I'm
American.
blessed to be an American.
For all sorts of reasons. But in particular, we can suggest first ladies might have a penis and not be arrested for it.
In France.
Well, yeah.
How many of my folks been sharing those Big Mike memes? And not just lately, been sharing them back when it wasn't cool. Back when it was like, hey, Bubba, stop it with your weird transphobic racism. I'm not transphobic or racist. I just think it's true. She's got a penis.
Man,
well,
this could be great.
BBC reports that the trial begins for 10 accused of sexist cyberbullying of Brigitte Macron. 10 people accused of sexist cyberbullying of the French president's wife, Brigitte Macron, are due to go on trial this week in Paris. The defendants are accused of spreading unsubstantiated claims over her gender and sexuality, as well as making quote-unquote malicious remarks about the 24-year age gap between Brigitte and her husband, Emmanuel Macron. Wait, you can't even, in France, make fun of, like...
Their age gap romance?
Right.
Remember, Paris is burning as they're doing this, right? I mean, by immigration and stuff, but we're going to focus on this.
No, but if you're like, Brigitte's robbing the cradle. Take
Better
care of little Emmanuel.
Better than robbing the Louvre? The Louvre? I mean, they got robbed.
I don't know. But if found guilty, the defendants face up to 2 years in prison.
My goodness.
Yeah. Among the 10 people due to appear in the dock on Monday and Tuesday are an elected official, a gallery owner, and a teacher, according to French media. So it's not like the dregs of society. These are like professionals in a lot of different ways.
A butcher, a baker.
2 of them, self-styled independent journalists, Nacha Ray and internet fortune teller Amadine Roy.
Fortune teller.
I wonder if they're
I love it.
Like how egregious what they actually are doing online is, because if you're just posting, you know, just throwing stuff out there and just saying all kinds of garbage and nobody takes you seriously, you're probably not going to end up in court. But what are they actually doing?
Now, these 2, Ray and Roy, found guilty of slander last year for claiming that France's first lady had never existed and that her brother, Jean-Michel Trogneux, had changed gender and started using her name. But a court of appeals later acquitted Ray and Roy on the grounds that their statements did not constitute defamation. Mrs. Macron and her brother are appealing that decision. A conspiracy theory centered around the notion that Brigitte Macron is a transgender woman have been swirling since her husband first won a first term in office in 2017. The unsubstantiated claims over Mrs. Macron's gender have been gaining ground in the U.S., most prominently by right-wing influencer Candace Owens.
Here we go again.
But they dropped a suit against her.
Yeah, last July, the Macrons filed a lawsuit against Owens alleging that she, quote, disregarded all credible evidence, disproving her claim in favor of platforming non-conspiracy theorists and proven defamers. Speaking to the BBC's Fame Under Fire podcast, the Macron's lawyer in the case, Tom Clare, said that Brigitte Macron had found the claims incredibly upsetting and they were a distraction to the French president. It is incredibly upsetting to think that you have to go and subject yourself to put this type of proof forward.
I mean, I could
drop your pants,
I could see
Brigitte.
that. I mean, if that was going around
I wanna
online
see
because
it.
of me, that'd be pretty distracting.
Let's see the evidence. Let's pictures, please. Oh, what is that? Oh, looks fake.
Emmanuel Macron has said pursuing legal action against Owens was about defending his honor and that the influencer had peddled false information with the aim of causing harm in the service of an ideology and with established connections to far-right leaders. Mrs. Macron first met her now husband when she was a teacher at his secondary school.
That's great. That's great.
Yeah.
Listen, this is really awesome.
It's not creepy at all. It's not. It's just friends. We just love.
And he wonders why you can't keep a government together.
We freely love. We freely just love and care and live and laugh.
What do the French say in the Holy Grail? Your mother smelled of elderberries and your father
was a hamster.
I fart in your general direction.
Right. You stupid English
Englishman.
pigs. Yeah.
Love it.
Maybe she's just a really ugly woman.
It's possible.
Can't you just be ugly
She
anymore?
is ugly, yeah.
Is that no? She is ragged looking,
Can't you
man.
just be really ugly?
She's just ugly.
No, it's like, is that kind of the compliment you start giving of like, what a handsome woman?
She's like,
I mean, if she was a man, she is a very tiny man.
Well, there's been tiny
in
dudes.
stature.
Some of the
I
French are
know.
slender over there. Slender.
She's very small.
I don't know. I just think it's so over the top that it's like,
To go
embarrassing.
potentially to jail for 2 years
yeah.
over what you post online.
Yeah, it seems a bit much. Though also, like when I saw Candace Owens pushing this out, I'm like, oh, good
That you got to
God.
take anything that comes out
Pick
of
your
her.
battles.
God,
Come on.
Candace.
She's really lost it on the edge.
Yeah, just like go to church, go to mass every day, Candace. If you're Catholic, just
Confess.
stay in
Confess.
mass.
Confess.
Goodness gracious. Anyway, gotta hit this quick break. We'll be right back.
He may not know whether he's coming or going, but whether you're going to work or coming home, Greg Budell is there. Mornings 6 till 9 and afternoons 3 till 6. Only on News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
At Guardian Credit Union, it's not just about the dollars and cents. It's about relationships. If you want it, so do we. Need more adventure? So do we! Look forward to escaping the ordinary?
So do we.
Want to sharpen your skills in the kitchen?
So do we.
Want your kid to stick with music lessons?
So do we.
I think they got it, guys.
So do we.
Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing opportunity. In MLS 912757.
For too long, Alabama's statewide news companies have shamed us for our conservative Christian values. Alabama deserves a news company that cherishes our culture, a company that isn't bought and paid for by the powers that be. 1819 News is that company. Run by Alabamians for Alabamians, 1819 News celebrates what is good and beautiful about our state while exposing those who work against our values in secret. Just go to 1819news.com to learn more. Subscribe to our newsletter. That's 1819news.com.
New CBS Tonight.
All right, people, all hands on deck.
FBI is back.
I don't really recognize the world anymore. My team saw things, survived things.
There's something else going on here. Something bigger.
FBI, don't move!
I know what kind of people you are, and I'm not giving up. We are FBI, and we still have a job to do to protect people. Let's move.
FBI tonight at 8 p.m. on WAKA.
This hour of news and views is brought to you by our good friends at Cole Plumbing, 279-8919. Cole Plumbing is number one in the number two business. You don't have to dig a hole. They have proprietary pipelining technology. Ask them about their tankless water heaters. Remember, when you have trouble with your bowl, call on Cole.
The River Region's News Talk Station. News Talk 93.1 WACV. News Talk 93.1.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. Let's go right to the phones and talk to Ray Bowles from Prattville Carpet. Hey, Ray, how you doing?
I'm good. So, have y'all been talking about the dogs on the radio?
Yeah, I brought that up just a second ago.
Mm-hmm. So, Google, when you get a minute, Google Party Yorkies.
Party Yorkies.
Parti Yorkies. I've 10, 15 years. That dog's probably 12 years old now. I was measuring a house out in the county, and they were a breeder. And this little bitty dog comes bouncing around the corner that weighed about 10 ounces. And I said, oh my, what is that?
They're so cute.
They are cute.
Uh-huh. So I ended up not selling that job, but I did get the dog. And when I came home, Angie's birthday is November 13th. It was like mid-October. I said, happy birthday, babe. And handed her the dog. She said, this is not my birthday present. This is not my dog. So since then, that little dog is my dog. She loves men. Like, take her to dad. Mom won't have anything to do with mama. She just wants dad. And so, yeah, I have that dog, and Angie's got a Doberman Pinscher now.
Man, that is a cute little thing.
That's cute.
Mm-hmm.
You ought to see us when we're walking downtown, and I'm carrying that little thing around, and Angie's walking the Doberman.
Wow.
The big old red Doberman. Yeah, it's funny. It's quite funny. But she rules a roost. Like, nothing messes with her. She thinks she's a bulldog.
No, I love it.
She's
We're
not
getting a little
Yeah.
glimpse into the heart of Ray Bowles.
Yeah, that dog's got me. She's got me wrapped worse than the girls have got me. But hey, look, if y'all need a floor, that is absolutely dog proof. carpet-wise, they have it. LVP, laminates, wood. Give us a call, 285-8117. We have the flooring that if you have a little dog like this, you don't have any worries whatsoever.
Again, that
If
number.
they have a little accident on it, no big deal.
Exactly right. And again, folks, that number 285-8117. That's
817.
Yeah. 285-8117.
You gonna say it? Am I gonna say it?
I think we both said it.
You guess what her name? The dog's name is too. It gets worse. Fifi.
That's great.
So yeah, I walk around town staring Fifi, and she's got Apollo.
Oh man, that's a good name
I
right
love
there.
that name. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a manly name, and it was supposed to be my dog, but it's not. I have Fifi. World is messed up, guys. Hey, y'all have a great day.
Appreciate you, Ray. Again, folks, it's Ray Bowles of Prattville Carpet. Again, 285-8117. And be sure to tell them you heard Ray on the radio with Joey and the gang. Did we learn anything today?
Did you see the video on Toko? You need to play.
I don't want to.
So
I don't want to look
No,
at
it's
it.
no. Listen, you need to see it, Joey. It's
I
just
don't
worth
want to
it.
look at this while I'm on air.
Well, I think you need to think about what could be worse when you look at this guy.
So it is
That's him. That's
it's
a
a
man.
guy in a dog outfit.
$15,000 customized suit he made, and he
That's
loves
so
going around.
crazy.
In Japan, he's a pop star in Japan.
I mean, the work is impressive because
That
it
made my
really is
skin
realistic,
crawl
but it's
for real.
also
Freaky, isn't it?
creepy.
It is
Yes.
creepy. Yeah.
Mhm.
It's very weird. Ugh.
What's Japanese?
Yeah. it
Speaking of
is.
which, we got Jujutsu Kaisen coming back next week.
Oh, really? I
Yeah.
didn't even know that.
Yeah, 2 episodes. I'll tell you more
Okay.
about it.
You
offline.
into anime at all?
No,
Okay. I was just asking.
You should. I think you would like it.
really?
I do. I think you like
Depends on the show.
Jujutsu Kaisen's badass.
That's a good show. Yeah.
Magic and stuff.
My daughter draws, and she does it in like a Tim Burton / anime
Cool.
style.
Very cool.
Just naturally,
Very cool.
like characters and
she just
stuff.
gravitates to that style.
Yeah, it's really cool.
I bet she's talented.
That is very cool. Oh, well, before we get off the pet thing and names, like if I kind of could snap my fingers, like I'm gonna get a black lab and just name him Steve. Like there's something about like a normal
A
dog
human
with a
name.
human
Yeah,
name,
Steve.
Steve. Then I want to get a Chihuahua that somehow is not that yappy, which is hard to find.
I have
but-
one of those.
But yes, so you got the black lab Steve, you got the Chihuahua named Lil Pimp, and then I want to get a cat and name it Niccolo Machiavelli.
Yes, that's good. My
There you
cat's
go.
name
It's a
is
good cat name.
my cat's name is Uther Pendragon III. I'm not joking. That's his name.
It's the big proper names, and sometimes you can also go with Jesco.
Yes,
Jessica- that's a good because-
Jesco Hiram, and then I
Jessica.
have another cat named
Hiram.
Theodore Rutherford.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's an orange cat.
Do you call him Theo or
No, I call him Ted.
Ted?
Ted.
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 hmm
All right.
That's great.
Yeah, and so it's always fun trying to kick around cat videos and
I love
cat
cats.
names. And honestly, the one thing that keeps the internet somewhat, like even X when it's accessible, like keeps people saying, I think, is the cute animal video.
Yeah,
Are
for
you
sure.
are you familiar with the saint in the church that believed that cats were God's majesty? on
No,
earth? Yeah,
I
I got to send it to you. He was a Italian, I think, around the 18th century, 19th century. I read an article. I was going to bring it up to you. He said, "In the cat, we see the perfection in God's in all things that He makes." It's pretty cool.
Wow.
You like it?
Well, the Egyptians revered cats.
Of course they did.
Mhm.
Of course they
Big
did.
time.
And
Well, and what is cool about cats is they have a sense of like what they look like. Like they really do have a sense of like how they carry themselves, which
Yeah.
you do not get that with dogs or
Duke,
most dogs.
Duke Veterinarian School did a brain scan on dogs and cats and said that cats think more like humans. They are very much, that's why they vocalize to us and try to mew. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, and they are a heck of a lot smarter than they let on to.
They're very smart.
They understand things.
And I have a friend who said, "We know the world's not flat because the cats would have knocked everything off by now."
That's my favorite argument.
It's great.
That's funny.
I think that's my favorite thing I've heard in that regard.
That's right.
Let me just run through here. Yes, congratulations to Javier Milei
Yes.
on the amazing victory for his party.
Big
A lot of
time.
people predicted they were in trouble. In fact, it went the other way. Landslide victory. The New York Times called it resounding and emphatic. We didn't have time to get to the whole Marco Rubio push for regime change
Yeah.
in Venezuela.
It's coming.
I don't know how much I want him to do that because we always think
I
like
agree.
I still do have a little bit of the Iraq War syndrome where it's like Rumsfeld will go in and kick ass and it'll be great. And then like 10 years later, you're like, is it great?
Joey, based off my Carico doctrine, is go kick some ass and do it with extreme prejudice and get the hell out of there.
Get out of there. That's the key. Getting out of there.
Mm-hmm.
Don't need to pay. Listen, there's a government in exile right now. Get him in there. Let him go. The people voted him in, and just see what happens. So.
Absolutely. And of course, the mayor was defending his wanting to hire, his effort to hire Donald Watkins Jr. for $120,000.
Yeah, what did he say?
He said, my thought was quite simply, he's overqualified for the position.
He's overqualified. We can't get a guy like
And,
this.
we've been friends since elementary school.
And
he has this great photo of him with like, they knew the Parks family. He has a photo of him with Rosa Parks. I wish I could have gotten. I knew Rosa, but I didn't have a Polaroid back then. That was essentially
Charles Barkley's going to come and get that pound of flesh out of his ass. I'm telling you, man. Mark my words. Anyway, I support that.
Just another day in all broken, crooked Montgomery. Anyway, y'all stay tuned. Happy hour with Greg and Pamela and the whole gang. Blackman on today?
Blackman on today.
All right. Y'all stay tuned. They're next.
Broadcasting from the Riverside Chevrolet Master Control Center, this is WACV Cusana, News Talk 93.1 FM. When it's Chevy, it's Riverside.
With SRN News, I'm Bob Agnew in Washington. President Trump is extending an opportunity